This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John Hyde and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
I am Gary Dell'Abate, and on Monday's wrap-up show, we talked a lot about the block party. There's a lot going on. Is Scott fired? Does Shuli have the right to fire him? Does Ronnie know which way he wants it to go? Does he want Scott on? Does he not want him on? You're going to find out all of that right here.
At the end of the show, we had the big block party blowout. And Scott, I'm glad you're here. I wanted to talk to you before the other guys got here, because you've been accused of, sometimes you'll say you're joking after throwing a fit when you're clearly not joking. And I wonder if that, why do you do that? Is that a defense mechanism?
It must be, but if you think the block party, yeah, I was mad when they did the prank in between shows. I was really mad.
Now, which was the one in between shows? I know about the bus prank and the plane not prank. What was the prank in between shows?
Where I'm going on last.
Oh, that was a prank? I thought they actually told you that.
Well, that was the prank. That was the prank to get me mad.
See, I didn't think that was a prank. I thought you got mad because they actually said go on last.
Well, they did say it, but it was supposed to be a prank.
So Shuli didn't say it to you because he didn't think you were doing well and he didn't want you. See, that's where I'm confused.
No. They had the promoter Sequoia come in and explain to me that I was going on last.
Yeah,
by the way, I knew nothing about this part of the deal anyway.
What is he doing here?
Don't worry about what I'm doing.
He's one-third of
okay.
the. You should kiss his ass because
his time
he could have totally thrown the guillotine down today, and he didn't say a word. In the sense that he could have said, "I want Scott out." It would have been an end of conversation.
If that's what they want,
but he didn't. He was sort of. Despite all your shortcomings that Shuli sees, he seems to like
Let's get back to the prank. They came in between shows in San Francisco. The promoter sat down next to me and it said, "We're going to do this. We're going to have Eli come out. Then Ronnie's going to come out. Then Shuli's going to, whatever the order was. And Scott, you're going to go last." And I'm like, well, that's pretty retarded if you're putting on a show to have me come out last after Shuli. And I was like, and they go, no, that'll be better, blah, blah, blah. That was the prank to get me mad.
Was that a prank, Ronnie?
I didn't know.
I saw the tape. They're saying I actually
you
thought that was a good
shut
idea.
Up for a minute. I
thought that was a good
no
idea, but
part
they
of
are
this
saying that was a prank.
I think that was a response to Scott coming out with the material, and he hadn't told anyone.
No, they're saying that was a prank.
They said that was the prank. They weren't going to do that at all. They were just trying to get me mad.
Okay. Regardless of the prank,
right?
But are you fired or not?
You're gonna have to ask Shuli that.
No, I'm asking you.
As far as I know, yes.
Aren't you a third of this team?
That's what I thought, and that's what the whole idea. That's why I'm getting upset about things because, yeah, I was a third, and all of a sudden Ronnie and Shuli are making decisions and not including me.
But if Ronnie,
what kind of decision did I make?
Ronnie abstained. Ronnie really didn't.
I'm going back to the discussion we had about the flat fee when you and Shuli came to me.
How much did you get this weekend?
$2,500.
Because I didn't agree to that.
No, we got $2,600.
I actually heard it was 27.
No, it wasn't 27.
How much did you get, Scott?
I don't. It's like I didn't. You know what? I'm not obsessing on the money. The exact amount.
You're obsessing on you, dude.
It was 26 and change.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You obsess on everything, which you shouldn't do.
I'm not.
We have a promoter that handles all our shit. I mean, as soon as a date comes in for a gig, okay, he's on a computer. He's looking up airfares. What are you worried about if it's $20 more or $30 less? Dude, just get on the plane, go do your thing, and go home like I do. Mind you, I don't care.
Ronnie, that's your...
I don't ask to see the breakdown. I don't give a shit.
Ronnie, that's your approach, but that's clearly not Scott's
Well, I'm
approach.
sorry. That's the way it should be. I mean, it's,
Why don't you
I didn't get into this
way?
to make a whole fucking deal out of it.
Why don't you approach it that way, Scott?
I'm anal.
Okay.
About some things. I mean, I'll admit
but the thing here, if I could just jump in for a second, I'm going to let it ride between the three. The thing that I'm getting out of this is that, yes, it started out with the three of you, but it appears that Shuli's doing the bulk of the work. So while you guys may have had the original idea, it's not the workload is no longer the way it started. And it sounds like
come to me and say that.
It sounds like well, he did. He said, "Now we're going to do a flat fee."
No, he didn't.
That's what he said.
He didn't say the workload. I mean, it was.
But it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, like what do I got to do?
Yeah, but is it wrong for Scott to say, "Wait a second, that's not what we agreed to. I'm not happy with it"?
He did, and Shuli said, "Take it or leave it."
So, but can Scott also say to you, "Take it or leave it"?
Absolutely.
He can say it all he wants, and he can start his own tour tomorrow.
Scott made a very strong point. He said, Ronnie and I can get a 2-bit comedian, and we can do this, which I think was a dig at you.
Well, it was, and if I'm such a 2-bit shitty comic, why don't you go up after me? Why don't you do your stand-up?
I can't do it myself. I'm not a comic.
Why? Well, then why entertain this thought in the first place? Why have somebody write you jokes and go up there and do them without telling any of us that you're going to do it? If you know right now you're not a comic, what changed last weekend when you thought you were?
I took Howard's advice.
But again, you didn't.
Okay,
you didn't.
It's not Howard's show, though.
What did I do after the first show?
What do you mean?
I said, if you don't like the comedy, not because I was mad, not because he...
And what I tell you, I said it's funny that Ronnie interrupts you in the middle of your jokes.
No,
Did I not say that? Did I not say Ronnie coming up and ripping up your set list was funny?
I said, do you want me to do it or not?
That pissed him off. You don't even know how that pissed him off.
What pissed him off, Ronnie?
You lost. You don't know the conversation we had.
He had a set list.
Hold on, Scott.
Julie, you lost.
Hold on. Go ahead.
He had a thing.
I had notes.
Like an outline of like notes.
It was just sitting on the stool.
Okay.
It was sitting on the stool, and I just walked over during his act, and I ripped it up.
That was the second show, not the first show. And I know it's just boring to the audience.
And that's when That's when he blew a fit.
No, you're wrong.
Okay.
Guys, you guys were so wasted the whole weekend.
That's why I've had to pick up a mic stand and threaten to hitch over the head.
And this is my point. Like, you take these little jabs. You're such a prick about it, and it just shows that you're not a team player. You throw that paper in front of Howard's face to try and throw me and Ronnie and the rest of the tour under the bus by insinuating that we go out there and promote it with Howard's name. Now, look me in the eyes and tell me we do that.
No, you don't do that.
Okay, so why the fuck would you pull that paper out and throw it on his desk and go, you see, this is what I do. I pay attention, and this is what I catch.
I can answer that because he said it this morning. You guys are not paying attention to the details, and he is.
Right.
Well, I'm trying to, and they won't let me.
I'm busy.
I was trying to help. That's all.
I'm busy trying to get a second and a third mic. I'm busy trying to make sure that the comics have shit to eat. I'm busy to make sure that everybody's rooms are
that's
set.
the promoter's
and
job.
I'm sorry that I don't have time.
I don't know you were doing
I'm
that.
sorry
you
that
didn't tell me
you
that.
see me, Scott. You see me. You see every problem coming to me.
Promoter's
don't
job.
you?
Wait, the promoter's job was to handle what you just mentioned.
Scott, and
isn't that the promoter's job?
Absolutely. What's your fucking job? Tell me that.
I don't have
What's
a job.
your job, and when are you going to start doing it?
I've been doing what I've been supposed to be doing, and according to our agreement in the beginning, I've been doing that all along.
Reading between the lines here, Shirley, it seems like Scott is angry with the promoter.
I'm not angry. No,
Scott's
listen.
angry at everybody
That's
but
what
himself.
you just said.
Well, you said it on
the
tape,
promoter
man.
is not doing his job.
The promoter's a fucking asshole. I mean,
independent of that.
Yeah.
Well, he wants to get involved with the pranking of me. I was
just grow up.
Just want to make sure that none of us are getting ripped off. That's all. And they don't believe that.
You act like we put X-Lax in your fucking
Do you think
or something.
if we're getting ripped off?
Scott,
don't say we.
Scott, do you think you're getting ripped off? Yes or no?
Of course he does.
Hold on, let him answer. Do you think you're getting ripped off? Yes or no?
No, I didn't.
Do you think that it's being mishandled in a way you're not getting what you deserve?
Some things can probably be handled better. That's all.
And if it were handled better,
expenses.
How much more do you think you're losing out on? Because that's what I'm curious. I understand what you're saying. You're saying we're spending. There's a lot of fat on this. If we trim it down, we could all make a little bit more. How much more do you think you could see a gig if you ran it the way you would run it?
Not the way I run it. I don't know how I run it. I was just trying to point out a couple of things. I don't want to run it.
When you're asking for breakdowns of financial of the weekend, when you're asking for a financial breakdown of the weekend, that says one of two things: either A, you don't trust the people you work with and you're not happy with what you got, or B,
which wasn't the case.
You have to have some sort of plan. If you tell me to my face, I just want to look over some of what we're spending and see if we can tighten it up a bit.
Well, if there was a way to save a couple of grand, which there might have been.
So you want to see the expense reports because you think there's a way that we can save a couple grand, but yet you have no idea on how to do that.
But truly, if Scott's a partner, based on the original agreement, if Scott's a partner,
why is it wrong?
Right,
there's no partnership here.
There's no partnership here.
So who is in charge and who owns this?
Nobody
owns it. We're doing it as a group.
Who gets it? Who would be okay for them to see the expense report?
Listen, anybody can see it. Ronnie can ask for it tomorrow.
But is it wrong for Scott to ask for it?
Well, I believe so, yes.
Well, obviously, you just made a contradictory statement.
Have I seen it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that wrong for you to see? Did you not trust somebody?
No, it's not. I have to see it so I know what we made, so I know what everybody gets paid.
Then technically, Shuli's the one in charge.
I don't think there's anything wrong with you
that.
saying to Scott, listen, flat fee, take it or leave it.
And I did.
But based on, it sounded like on the original thing, you guys had a partnership.
But Benjy, we
It
just
wasn't
told
all
you there's
worked out,
no
but-
partnership here. There's no.
Here's what I think
We had an
happened.
agreement.
Can I just say something? What happened was I think 3 guys got together and said, let's do some shows and see what happens. Let's all go out together. And as in any evolution of any business, somebody has to run it. And so Shuley sort of rose to the top running it, whereas nobody said, Shuley, you're running it. It just sort of naturally happened. And now Ronnie seems to be okay with that, but you don't, Scott.
No, you know what? I thought that the 3 of us would make decisions together.
Can I just tell you? Bottom line, here's what pisses me off the most
And I feel that you guys are leaving me out of the loop.
Hear me out.
on a
You're
lot of
leaving
stuff.
yourself out. In all honesty, you are your worst. You are your own worst enemy. You really are.
okay.
But let me just say this, okay? My biggest problem with you is that you can't appreciate for a fucking second what you're getting, and that you get what you get, and you still, in your mind, think there should be more coming to you, and that to me is disgusting.
I didn't say
it's
me.
disgusting.
I never
not
said
to
me.
mention. Again, you're doing this for the sake of
I
everybody.
said us. I
Right,
didn't say,
right. You're
never
looking
said-
out for all of us.
That's correct. And you don't believe that.
Of course. Does anybody in here believe that? Please, just say something. Anyone, please.
Obviously not.
I think Scott's doing it
That's
for him.
called dead air.
No, I think Scott's doing it for himself.
Really?
And-
When did you figure that out?
When you step on stage.
Something that happens
Every
after
time
your
you
lines on
fucking-
stage?
Every time, yeah, one of my lines. Then come follow me, cocksucker. Come follow me on stage with your fucking jokes that somebody wrote for you.
Oh,
that he's
wow.
holding on to the secret on who wrote them. Like I'm gonna go.
Like
fucking,
I don't know who did it.
Yeah.
I do have one question for you, Scott, because I think it's interesting. When you said you can get any comedian, a 2-bit comedian, I'm going to throw a name out, and I don't think he's 2-bit at all. But say you got Jim Florentine to do this, right? Jim's a phenomenal comedian.
Yeah, he's great.
Can knock out 45 minutes in his sleep. If you guys go out and you do this, do you think don't you think that part of this lack of harmony in talking about it on the radio is what generates ticket sales? And so if you guys go out and you and Ronnie go out with Jim Florentine and we never hear about anything that happened over the weekend because it's all going great, do you think the ticket sales would still be the same?
I think we could do a good job promoting the show. That's correct.
So why don't
how?
you do that?
It's not up to me.
Shuley clearly
It's not
doesn't want you to
up
be a part of this
to me.
anymore.
No,
What is, if you're fired, you can do
You're
whatever you want now.
fired.
You're a
But
free agent.
But I didn't say me alone. I said me and Ronnie. I never said me alone can go out without I never said me alone would be able to do
If
that.
you don't
Scott
think-
at JD's block party.
If you don't think the ball busting and the pranking that we've done to each other, not just you, but we've done to
Yes.
each other,
Yes, we
everyone's
have.
gotten a turn here.
Yes, we
if you
have.
don't think that shit
I got
helps
more
sell
than one
tickets,
turn already.
helps sell tickets at the end of the day, then you're out of your fucking mind.
Listen.
Of course it helps.
Listen, the only thing, the ball busting, I was
Why are you
fine-
giving away secrets on the air for?
Yeah, really.
Gary, doesn't it
This
seem
is what
like
I gotta protect.
these guys have reached the point where the ball breaking has now gone a little too far, and
It's not even there, John.
Yeah.
It's not you. You don't even understand.
this is
the
what-
It's not
type
even
of
good-natured
pranks.
anymore.
We don't even think. You don't even know the type. When I would tour with Florentine and the other guys on the Killers of Comedy, we would shit in the top of people's toilets in the tanks.
Well,
we would leave upper deckers in their rooms. We would steal furniture out of some guy's hotel room and put it in our room. Like we would fuck with people's personal space. None of that's going on.
Push a naked Beetlejuice into a room.
Yeah, yeah. You walk in and Beetlejuice in his underwear smoking a Newport with the heater on. That's a fucking awful prank.
Hello, Ralph Sorella.
Hello, John. Hi.
Hey, Ralph, what's up? Hey, now.
Hey now. Hey, I'm not sure about the lineup kind of issues, but I was talking about Ronnie over the weekend or in Vegas, whatever the fuck day it is. I think Ronnie expects Scott to be like him. I want to defend Scott a little bit here because, Scott has a way that he travels. He wants to know what's going on. He just doesn't want – Ronnie doesn't care where he's plunked down. He doesn't care if he's in the back of a pickup truck and sleeping in a gutter. But Scott, cares about
not
that
true.
stuff. Well, whatever. You're less high maintenance than
Yeah,
Scott.
I'm not high maintenance at all.
But yeah, I know. But that's you, Ronnie. You expect Scott to be just like you, and Scott's part of this thing too. So you have to respect the way that he is, and you got to meet somewhere in the middle. You just can't dismiss him and go, oh, you should just be more easygoing about it. This is the way Scott is, and then you got to respect his what he wants.
They don't really have to respect it. They could just decide whether they want to work with it or not.
And Scott can decide to walk away if he
That's
wants
right.
to.
It's for both.
Absolutely.
The thing to me is this is like 3 guys that started a band in a garage that never imagined anybody would give a shit about buying their records, and now they're selling some records, and nothing's ever been written
And that's
up.
my point to all the guys when it started taking off is you have no idea how hard it is to to be just to make money in this business. Forget a living and a successful tour. And we've stumbled onto something. So let's just fucking roll with it. And there's bigger opportunities down the road. There is. I've talked to Scott about it. He knows that there's bigger shit to come. Yet he can't fucking just be a team player.
But Julie, as somebody else made the point before, that's why people are coming, because Scott's being a pain in the ass, and this is going on and that's going on.
But the Scott pain in the ass stuff you don't see on stage. You don't get that at the show. You see Scott fucking up and not hitting his cues here and there, but you don't get that other than this weekend when him and Ronnie were kicking a chair at each other for 5 minutes. You don't see that on stage normally.
You guys are a mess, and people are coming to see the train wreck. So just go with the train wreck.
Absolutely, yes, but I don't have to sit there and fucking work with a guy who's getting paid a lot of money for being a train wreck and is still accusing me or insinuating that I'm holding out on him.
But can you?
Fuck that.
Will there be any legal issues of trying to fire someone with a B12 deficiency?
It might be.
Might be
like a Philadelphia thing.
Ralph, the problem is
my lawyer get on that.
The problem is that Shuley's already done the show. Scott gave them the opening by letting Shuley and Ronnie do the show without him, and it worked. That's where the problem is.
It also worked good without him.
Of course it's going to work
Ronnie.
Of course it's going to work without Scott. He's not like he's the glue of the group or something. But
it did work without Ronnie as well. So
I had one complaint in the show the weekend that Scott missed, the Chicago-Arizona weekend, and that complaint was from a fan who said, I paid to see a train wreck. Scott's not here, and I want my money back. That was the only complaint I got.
It's not enough of a mess for me.
Really, that's what he said.
All right, thanks, Ralphie. Scott, I'm going to pick up on what Benjy said with this B12. Where did this health issue come from, and is it bullshit or
no, it's not bullshit. I was having issues since late last year, and I thought it was just soreness from working out and stuff like that, and it didn't go away. And I went to my doctor, and they did blood tests and all kinds of things. He didn't find it. And I went to a neurologist finally, and he
didn't find anything there either.
There's nothing in my, and they found that my B12 was deficient.
Can I ask you, Scott, because when we talked before this got on the air that you weren't able to do that weekend, you talked to me and you told me that you couldn't do it. It was a private conversation. I'm not going to bring up what you said, but it had nothing to do with your health.
Well, it is my health. I didn't want people to know that I was dealing with a health issue.
So
why?
So you lied to me before and then on the air again.
Didn't want to lie to you.
But you did twice.
I wanted to protect my health issue.
Don't you your vitamin D levels?
Don't you trust these two guys enough? See, this is going to trust.
Ronnie knew.
But hold on, don't you trust?
I know
after the
afterwards.
fact, but don't you trust these two guys enough to tell them in advance? Don't you think if you told Ronnie and Julie,
comfortable.
hold on, and you tell them that they would understand, as opposed to knowing that you're going to make up a lie that they're going to see right through?
I suppose that was the wrong way to do it. But I wasn't comfortable with.
What made you
just
uncomfortable?
Not comfortable. I don't know.
You
maybe
were more comfortable with making up a family cousin wedding than just coming to me aside.
Do you know how
and
much
going,
job place discrimination there is against B12 sufferers?
No, seriously, what made you so uncomfortable?
I don't know. That's what I am.
What do you think?
I just didn't want people. It was personal, so I didn't want people. That's how I felt. Okay, you can ask my wife. I mean, I just didn't want anybody. She says,
Throw vitamins at me.
Tell them. I'm like, no, I don't want to tell them.
He didn't even tell me. She told me.
His wife told you?
Oh, she's talking to you?
Yeah.
She called me and told me the whole time.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
But it was after the fact.
Wasn't comfortable.
My husband needs a multivitamin
because I don't know. I can't explain it.
What does the B12 deficiency prevent you from doing?
hitting his cues on time?
Yeah. It's not really preventing me from doing anything. In the beginning, it was more, if I sit in one place for more than 10 minutes, I get cramps. My legs are sore. Cramps in my legs.
No,
but Scott, I'm going to go back to the thing.
Everybody gets cramps.
No,
if I can sit for too long.
But Scott, you said at one point you thought you had MS, which is very serious.
Yes,
and I would understand
I had CAT scans. I had MRIs.
I understand, but so if I thought I had MS, San Francisco, Connecticut, I'm just not doing shows anymore.
Well, I can't. Right. Well, that's why.
But you said no to the West Coast show, but yes to the local show. If I really thought my health was in danger, I'd say no to all shows.
No, I didn't think my health was in danger. Yeah, you got it wrong. It's very uncomfortable to travel.
Here's the telling.
I was hoping that by skipping these shows, that with the treatments I'm getting, that further down the line, a month later, I'd be much better.
See, that makes more sense.
I would respect you 100% more if you just came out and just said, "Look, dude, my biggest issue is the money. That's it. I want more money. I don't like that you're making more."
I'm not going to deny that. Okay.
That's all you've been doing. Is you come up with other excuses other than what you're really pissed off about.
No, of course, I want us all to make more money. I'm not in it just for myself. Granted, the money is great. I'm not denying the money isn't good.
Do you think what you get paid for San Francisco and Sacramento for what you did? Do you think that was a good amount, or should you have gotten more?
That was a good amount.
Do you think Shuli should be paid more than you?
That's
yes or no?
Just be honest.
Not. You see, the problem is, should he be paid? That's not the problem. Should he be paid more than?
I'm not saying what's the problem. I'm asking you a question.
He's doing a lot more, but our arrangement was we got paid the
yes
same.
Or no.
So that sounds like a no.
So yes or no.
If he would have come to me and said, "Listen, I'm doing a lot more than we originally thought."
Scott, do you
think Shuli should be paid more than you?
Fine. Yes.
You do.
Then it seems we don't have
But
a problem.
You don't believe that. You're going to sit here and tell me you actually
You're
feel
not
that
getting
way.
my point. You're not.
You didn't make a point.
I'm not probably explaining it clearly. The original agreement was we made the same amount of money.
So then the answer is
no.
Oh,
That was never.
Yes,
that
it
was never
was.
said.
So Ronnie, what do you say?
Because the first couple of shows,
They
He
made
got
more
nothing.
than me.
He got like
made more
$100
than me. Like the first 3-4
but we
shows.
were guaranteed X amount of dollars.
Were you aware of that, Scott? That
Yes,
there was,
I told him that.
Yes. So and then as time went on,
But I don't throw it in his face like he throws expenses in my face.
What that tells me, although there was no agreement, what that tells me is if you guys were willing to take your fee and it was a partnership, but he took less because it was all on him, then he is sort of running the show.
I took
and you
less.
you sort of agreed to that. Otherwise, you would have said, no, we'll take less and we'll all split it.
I took less because you guys never
That
really
was
do
one
anything.
show.
No, it wasn't, Scott. It was more than one show. Chambersburg, you guys were making good money right from the start. Right from the start.
No,
and
I know that.
I didn't take my share for at least 3 shows, maybe 4. I didn't take a cut. I didn't make anything.
See, I didn't know that was that many shows that you didn't take that much.
I explained it to you when we had our fight in your studio, and I explained that to you. And, you hear what you want to hear.
Scott, I'm going back to that question I asked you before because I want you to answer honestly. Do you think Shuli should make more money than you?
Well, if he increased his workload, I know you want a yes or a no. I'm just trying to explain this. I thought our agreement was that we were all, like when we did Portland and Seattle, we had an agreement to make X amount of dollars, and at the end of the night, whatever was left over, we split.
Okay.
So why would I think that would change without them telling me that it was going to change?
I could throw a guess out for you. I would say that if I saw a guy, and I'm not saying that you should know this because it should be verbally spoken, but if you see a guy doing the bulk of the work,
well, I thought the promoter, I didn't know he was doing the bulk.
What about the hour that I'm on stage? What is that to you?
Not on an hour. That's a little exaggeration.
what would you say the ratio?
Dude, if you added up all the fucking time you've been on stage, you know what's funny about
That's
you?
10 minutes.
I get to a point where I start feeling bad, and I'm almost ready to let you fucking back in, and then you open that
Wow, how
dumb
kind of
fucking
you.
mouth of yours,
How kind
and I'm
of
like,
you.
why am I even wasting my time with this fucking idiot?
Say, for argument's sake, he's on stage for 45 minutes.
Whatever.
How long are you on stage per show?
I'm not on stage a lot.
But like 5 minutes?
But I'm there. I mean, I'm.
So he's 8 to 9 times
We're
more.
all there. I
So
mean,
it's a
we're all
fucking
there,
stool.
We're all
But-
there
and
the
it's-
same amount.
It's
I'm
not.
a stool. Yeah.
It's not just a numbers
I am a
game because
stool.
you bring something to the table too. When Scott's going to be there, people can come out and see you. But he is carrying the workload on the stage.
I'm just telling you what our agreement. I'm going to go back to our
He
original
can't answer
agreement.
the question. He won't answer your question.
Now that you're aware of what Shuli does,
okay, he
and
can-
all that stuff aside, do
If he
you
wants
think,
to come to me and say, I
do
think
you
I should,
think Shuli should make more money than you?
fine. Yes.
Okay, so my question to you now is, if for some bizarre reason Shuli said all is forgiven, all the shit you said about me today being a 2-bit comedian and a hack and everything else is forgiven,
And all the shit he's thrown in my way.
and you said you forgive him, with the current agreement, not the all split, the agreement that he threw at you, would you do that now?
Flat fee.
Would you do the flat fee
flat
agreement?
fee?
Moving forward, knowing everything you know.
No.
Now, I'm so glad you answered this honestly, because this is what Scott the Engineer is all about. This motherfucker is going to walk away
ahead,
from
attack.
thousands of dollars
Attack
when
dog.
the flat fee was $500 less than he made this weekend. That's his flat fee. And he's willing to walk away from it for good. That's you. That's who you are,
I'm not
motherfucker.
explaining it, man.
That's who you are.
Why would you walk away from the flat fee? Or from the other option?
Because he feels he's owed more. He feels he deserves more. He feels like he's doing something.
All right, so Scott,
Those guys decided you're not getting it.
Who's those guys? You keep saying those guys.
All right, so say
I don't make as much as Shuley either, you fucking moron.
Okay, but Scott, say Ronnie agrees with
he
what
hands me a fucking check. That's all I care about.
So you don't care if Shirley makes more money than you?
No, I don't give a shit. Just let me go home.
This guy's old. He just wants to go home.
Here's your problem. Your problem is that you're counting Ronnie as a partner, and Ronnie doesn't appear to want to be a partner.
They're all the partners. That's the whole thing, Gary.
Well, they guys came to me
but
together.
Scott is saying that you are, that it's a three-way partnership.
He's wrong. There was never a partnership. It's just something we sat down and said, okay, let's do this. There's no fucking partnership.
It was an agreement between three people. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you guys are yelling at Scott.
I'm not.
But you guys are giving him shit for saying, I understood we had a percentage agreement, right?
But there was no percentage agreement. There was no agreement said, this is what we're going to make every show.
On the air, you said you didn't come to the Chicago shows.
I told him in Portland and Seattle.
You said you didn't come to these
and
shows.
We did
you
in Connecticut
the
as well.
Now I'm going to change the agreement on you.
And I told him in Portland and Seattle, I said, we will never make less than this at one of these shows. And we haven't.
But wait.
And
why
we'll
is it
make
wrong
more.
if Scott thought the original agreement was a percentage deal? You say, no, I will only offer you a flat fee. Why are you giving him shit saying that's not what I want?
No, I think you're missing the point. I'm not giving him shit, and he's not giving him shit. He's saying, here's what we've agreed to do. You can take it or leave it.
We did it in Portland, Seattle. We did it in Connecticut.
And it's done.
Same
and
deal.
We ain't doing it
Same
anymore.
Deal.
We ain't
you get
doing
X
it
amount
anymore.
of show plus whatever's left.
Oh, wait,
But right now,
a
Scott,
second.
you're losing.
Wait a second, John. I wasn't in Connecticut. Where's my cut from Connecticut? If it's a partnership,
you weren't.
Where's my fucking cut?
Well, where's my cut from Arizona and Chicago?
You got $4,000 in fucking Connecticut. Where's my cut?
I didn't get anywhere near $4,000.
Oh, bullshit, dude!
I tell you exactly what I got. I can tell you exactly what I got. If you think I got $4,000, 22
in Connecticut.
That's correct.
No, you got.
I will bet on that.
Really?
I would swear on my life that that's what I got.
Well,
where's my cut? I want a cut.
I know you
wasn't there. I don't give a shit that I wasn't there. My name's on it. It's the fucking Ronnie Mund block party. Where's my fucking cut?
It's not up to me.
What do you mean? Now it's not up to you. It's a partnership. Where's my cut?
We have to all decide on that.
What do you mean we all have to decide?
That's three people have to decide.
I think that when you walked away from the shows, somebody else decided that they could live without you. That's where it gets weird.
Well, Shirley, we got to wrap up.
Yeah, they weren't happy.
Out?
I missed the Chicago show.
Shirley, Scott, in or out?
Like I said, I always start feeling bad, and I want to say he's back in, but then he fucking says what he says, and I'm just like, why? Why would I put myself through it? Why do I want to deal with this shit? I want Ronnie happy. If Ronnie wants him in, I don't know. We got to figure this out. I don't know.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, Howard talked about the AGT staged fight that we did, that he was upset about, and I went in to talk about it on the wrap-up show, and John Lieberman came in and tried to put words in my mouth that weren't there, and I got pissed off. Check it out.
Thanks to Natalie, we got that Vegas story today about Ronnie. And
I have a feeling we were going to get that without Natalie.
Well, regardless, Ronnie staged this fight with the other security guys there.
Hold on a second.
They staged it, and he was a part of it. Okay. At first, I thought they were going for Howie Mandel was behind all of this or something, but that didn't happen. But when Ronnie went in there and Howard and Robin both explained how they felt, it seemed to me that Ronnie either just decided to tune out and didn't want to deal with it, or he really feels that he did nothing wrong in this situation.
Well, I got to start by saying I do love Ronnie, and I said on the air, he actually made me look a little foolish, because yesterday on the air I talked about how amazing. Oh, it wasn't on the air. I was doing the special for behind the scenes at AGT, and I talked about how amazing Ronnie is, how people throw all sorts of shit at him verbally, and how he doesn't let it get to them, and he's the consummate professional. And I get that there's a familiarity when you work on a crew. I was there for a weekend, and I feel like I knew these people. I was eating with them, and you're hanging out with them, and you get to know them. So Ronnie's like really in there. But
were you saying like, "Hey, asshole," when you ran into him?
No. But I mean, you get familiar with people. So if I got familiar with them over a weekend, imagine how bonding and experience it must be for Ronnie over 6 weekends.
So
and a Vegas week.
Okay, so
however,
you've got the familiarity.
Like I'm familiar with you, but when John and I come in the morning, I don't go, "Hey, douchebag."
Well, you could, but
we don't.
No, that's just our relationship. But
I don't do that to anybody.
Well, Ronnie does this to almost everybody. I mean, that's just the way he communicates, and we'll get to that in a second. But my point is, being Howard's guy for so long and knowing why would you take the chance? Why? And this happened before here when Ronnie and Scott did that Langford bit a few years ago. You know, it's like this creative bone that's inside of them that needs to come out. Do you think Ronnie wants to be sort of a writer and an entertainer, or what possesses him to do this?
I don't know that Ronnie wants to be a writer. That's Howard's rap, and there may be something to that. But I do know that Ronnie likes to be in the middle of things. He's not a guy that wants to stand on the side. Standing on the side and watching is against what Ronnie wants to be in, when he's not doing that. He likes to be in the middle of the party. He likes to be part of the fun. Now, Ronnie's whole rap was, well, this wasn't supposed to happen in front of Howard's door. It was supposed to happen down the hall. But the truth of the matter is it shouldn't happen at all. Because I do agree, even though everybody on the crew knows each other, you do get into a weird area where there may be a lack of respect, and why didn't one of the other guys do it?
If it's not near Howard's door, who is the prank for? Is it for the other security guys?
No, it appeared to be for the one security guy who didn't know that Harvey and Ronnie have this relationship going on. That's a goof. That's what I got out of it, was for that guy.
Benjy, why do you think Ronnie realizes that he made a mistake here, or do you even think Ronnie made a mistake by doing it?
Yeah, I think it was a mistake. I think it was horseplay. I don't think Ronnie put a lot of thought into it. I think it was just like, hey, we're having fun.
But shouldn't you put a lot of thought? I get what you're saying. He didn't put a lot of thought into it, but that's part of his job.
I think it was a big mistake. I think it was it was.
I don't think he did it. I don't think he did it in any malicious way. But I just feel like again, you got to be at the top of your game, even more so when you're outside of here.
Does this incident destroy everything that Ronnie, all the goodwill, I guess, that Ronnie's built up on AGT, because he has been doing such a great job?
With Howard? Or
with Howard, and two with NBC and those folks.
I can't speak for the NBC folks. I mean, I don't know. Though I met a lot of the security guys, and they all seem to, be funny guys. I don't know if they would have done this, but I think they probably just thought the whole thing was goofy, my guess is, and they don't really care. Howard's probably a little bothered by it.
Yeah, I think Howard's genuinely angry. He said he was with, I guess, Beth and some other people.
His brother-in-law and his sister-in-law.
And he was pissed. And but at first he was concerned because he thought something actually may be happening out in the halls. And then you find out, haha, it's all a joke. How do you expect him to react?
Exactly. And by the way, I want to give a big shout out to Ralph, who, when he called in this morning, didn't try to lie and act like a hard ass. Said he opened the door, saw a fight, and immediately crawled back into the room. I love that about Ralph.
Brian, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey guys, how you doing? First time I've got the chance to speak with you. How you doing today?
Good, Brian. Thanks for calling. What's on your mind?
Hey, no, I'm very surprised that Ronnie, out of all these times that I've had the chance to listen to you guys here on Sirius, and I didn't get the chance to listen much before that because you weren't here in Indiana, but he just doesn't get it. He needs to stand there and do nothing, dress him up like one of the British guys over there in London that's guarding the palace or something, and just not move his eyes, not say anything, and just do what he's supposed to do, and that's guard Howard. I mean, why would he want to start something outside his dressing room? That's just amazing to me.
I can't answer that. I wish Ronnie were here, and he'd probably give you an answer. But I think his answer is, I didn't start anything. It was Harvey's idea. It was a joke. I just agreed to it.
Do you think he's sort of seeking attention, or he's just kind of playing around and hanging out with the guys?
There's a little of both in there. I know he likes to play around and hang out with the guys, and I think he likes to be in the middle of stuff.
Well, the hard-hitting 100 News reporter John Lieberman now enters the studio.
He's got a Post-it in his hand, which means he's got breaking news.
He's got something on Ronnie, I'm sure.
Well, there's a couple things. One, Ronnie went on the record to say, yes, he regrets his actions in this situation. But when I asked him, do you believe you embarrassed Howard, he walked away. He said, fuck you, I'm not answering that. And he walked away. But here's the good behind the scenes, and this shows just how concerned Ronnie was right when the incident happened. This guy Harvey says to him, pulls Ronnie aside after the whole thing and says to him, I'll bet you $1 million Howard doesn't even bring this up because Howard hasn't said a word. This was a couple hours after it. And Ronnie goes, no, man, he will bring it up. He will bring it up on the air. And so Ronnie bets him the $1 million, that will Howard bring it up or not. So Ronnie clearly was concerned from the get-go about this. And here he is. Ronnie, you were concerned at the get-go about this event, correct? Because Harvey bet you $1 million that Howard wouldn't bring it up.
Okay, so what's your point?
So that shows that you were concerned from the get-go about the gravity of this, despite you playing it down today.
Dude, what the fuck is your problem? Leave me alone. You're always trying to dig something up that's not there, but okay, go ahead. What's your question, John, so I can get out of here, please? John Hine.
Thank you, Ronnie. You seem more upset than usual about this stuff. I mean, your balls have been broken God knows how many times, and this one seems to have gotten to you for some reason.
I don't know. I guess it did. Okay.
Well, do you feel, Ronnie, in this situation that you didn't do anything wrong, yet Howard's making a big deal out of it, or do you feel like you did do something wrong?
Yeah, I guess we did. Both of us did. Not just me.
Harv, you're talking about?
Yeah.
And did it cross your mind that maybe it wasn't such a good idea at the chance that it might piss off Howard?
At the time, everybody was thinking about what a cool bit this would be with just between us, what we were doing. It was a bunch of guys hanging out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think about, I'm not going to speak for Harvey, but I didn't think about the consequences afterwards, okay?
Do you think that if you guys would have done this down the hall, like you said, you wasn't supposed to be in front of Howard, so we did it down the hall, and Howard just heard about it later on through the grapevine,
I don't
he'd
know.
have the same reaction?
I don't know. It really did cause a major commotion in there because nobody really knew what was going on. They really didn't know if it was for real or not because the only ones who knew about it were me and a few, the security guys and Harvey. So nobody knew what was when it went down, it looked real.
Well, I got a question for you, Ronnie. I've been where you've been, so I got to answer this as honestly as you can. When Harvey came up to you and threw this at you,
right?
Was there any part of you that thought maybe we shouldn't do this, or did you just immediately think it was a great idea?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It was the last day of taping. Everybody was like happy, and we were having a good time, and I don't know. It shouldn't have happened.
No, but I'm saying, like, when you heard it, did you say? Because I've done things,
yeah,
and it's never dawned on me until afterwards.
Done. Well, it was like the same thing with Bubba's wedding. It didn't dawn on me till I got back to the room.
But that's
night.
different because you were drunk that night. That's a whole different thing. This is like I've done things, and then afterwards gone, damn, I'm
going to hear about it.
But I didn't think about it when I first thought about doing it.
Exactly.
What was the time difference between like when Harvey gave you the idea and when it happened?
About 30 seconds.
So it happened immediately.
And what happened was it wasn't supposed to happen that quick. He said, we're going to do this in a little while. And then the next thing I know, I'm on the floor. Because I turned my back and I said to him, dude, I was eating like, I don't know, a couple of pretzels and I had a can of ginger ale in my hand. I said, wait till I get done with this. He said, okay. Next thing I know, boom, man. He like blindsided me from the back. And I'm laying in ginger ale now. And people thought somebody pissed in their pants because we were all on the floor. And it was ginger ale, so it's kind of like that color.
Now, there's a rumor going around that there may actually be video of this.
I thought you said it'd actually be pee.
One of the security guys has it on his phone.
We're working on obtaining that.
How did the other security guys know?
You're not going to get it.
We're working on it.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can work all you want, but if Terrence gives it up, this guy, then he's not a man. And
he's not the only one who has it.
All right.
Ronnie, when Howard came out...
You know what, John? You're really getting on my fucking nerves today. So why don't you just leave me alone today? You're talking like a moron right now. Just get away from me.
He's talking to you, John, not me.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how is today different than other days? I'm asking you questions.
You got that fucking edge in your voice today. It's like, I can't wait to fucking fuck this guy in his ass by getting that video. You want me to get you the fucking video? I'll get you the goddamn video. It's already out on the goddamn fucking table already, all right? I'll get you the video if you want it that bad.
Why are you so worked up?
Why? Because you
don't think the video is going to be interesting for everybody to see?
Well,
as a reporter, we get information.
Good. Well,
That's why we ask for the video.
Go get information.
Well,
Okay.
if you're going to give me the video, I'll take
it. Get it for you. I'll call a guy and have him send it to you. How's
all right,
that?
that's great.
All right.
Thank
I'll
you.
make your fucking life easy.
Thank you.
To throw me under the fucking bus. Go ahead.
How did I throw you under the bus? Howard brought it up.
No, nobody was going to release the video because you think you're going to be Mr. Hot Shit reporter and get it. I'll make it easy for you. I'll get it for you. How's that? Okay.
Thank you. I'm saying thank you.
Yeah, but I don't think he wants to be thanked. That's what's going on here.
When Howard came out, he sounded genuinely concerned that you might be hurt. Were you aware of that?
Yeah, I knew about that.
And so, did you approach him about that? Did you say you were sorry, or did you have a conversation?
He found out about it he found out it quick enough that it was a joke thing. So,
what about this other thing they got on you today for, like walking up to everybody and saying, "Hey asshole," or "Hey douchebag"?
It wasn't. It's not everybody. It's me and Harvey. That's what What are you talking about, dude? It was me and Harvey. Every morning I'd have to communicate with Harvey. Part of my job to let them know we were on our way to the set. Okay, so. The first thing I would get a message in the morning from Harvey. Good morning, douchebag. how are you today? Go fuck yourself. And I would answer him back like, hey, dick ass, we're on our way.
So you would say that Harvey's the one who started the goofing around and calling each other asshole dudes?
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying it was a mutual thing. We got along really good. So
this kid Harvey's getting you into trouble.
It's not a kid. This is a man. This is a man who runs the whole stage production.
He's a man.
So do you talk to people that way that you're close to, almost like as an affectionate term?
We goof around, man. We goof all the guys. We were goofing around.
Does Ronnie seem more upset than usual about this stuff to you?
No, because we were goofing around. You're in a hallway for 8-10 hours a day. I mean, you know, standing against the wall like a statue. Okay, fine, it's no problem. But when you're at a bunch of people doing the same thing, you know, you talk, you goof around, you joke around. I don't see anything wrong with that, but okay.
Sounds like Ronnie was bored in Vegas.
I wasn't. I wasn't bored. I wasn't bored. This wasn't only Vegas. This was through the whole thing.
By the way, when you said Ronnie looks more angry today, it was really interesting because you can't see it visually, but Ronnie walks in, and Lieberman said something, and Ronnie looked him up and down. His eyes just said, "You're a piece of shit."
Yeah,
you know that. You know,
I'm not saying he's a piece of shit, but you know he makes like he's going to some big deal out of this. It's already out on the table.
I was going to say it's already
out on the table already, John. I don't know. You want the video? I'll get you the fucking video.
Actually,
be my guest.
TV wanted the video.
Yeah, well, TV wants everything. They should be there covering this shit if they want it.
Ronnie, did you think Robin was getting on you today?
Robin gets on me all the time. That's nothing new. That doesn't bother me.
It's
nothing new.
Did you think Robin was sort of piping in here, Gary?
Well, I thought she was a little emasculating.
Well, she always is to me. So that's nothing new.
Well, I thought she was supposed to stop doing that.
Well, yeah, not in my case. It hasn't stopped, believe me.
Will you bring this up with Howard later in the day, or is it water under the bridge?
I'm going to bring it up. If he brings it up, that's another story, you know?
Is there any concern about anyone?
And he's never said... See, that's what I told Harvey. He says to me, Howard never said a word about it. It's never going to be talked about. But I said, are you out? That's why I said to him, you're going to owe me $1 million. Because if it doesn't come up Monday, if it doesn't come up Tuesday, it's going to come up. No, he hasn't even said a word to me about it. He would have said something to me if he was mad. He wouldn't say nothing. He didn't say shit to me. I said, you'll see, Harvey. You'll see. And I'm going to take the hit for the whole thing because you're back in L.A. and I'm here in New York.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, all the talk was about Ronnie and Richard. Richard being willing to blow Ronnie for $1 million and Ronnie having to finish. Ronnie and Richard are undeterred. They are very, I don't know if I'm going to say excited about it, but they're certainly not nervous. And everybody weighed in because they both believe that this isn't a gay act. Watch what happens.
We've got to talk about Ronnie and Richard. This came up on Wrap Up the other day, and now Howard's well aware of it, and you got to have that conversation. And has your mind changed at all? I mean, you went pretty hard on that banana, but do you...
Thanks for noticing.
Oh, please! How could you miss it? But you almost choked yourself.
I gagged. Yeah, I was gagging.
Are you thinking twice? This is becoming more real now. I guess Noel's now on the hook and is going to call, and it seems to be it might actually happen. Does that scare you or intimidate you, or does that get you more excited to do it?
It gets me excited. I'm that much closer to being a millionaire, and plus, I mean, part of the big thing for me is I love funny bits, and I love doing funny stuff for the Stern Show, and it'll be a great bit, and I just think it'll be hilarious.
Richard, I got to ask you a question. Have you really discussed this with your wife at all? Like, did you go home that day and say, "Listen, we could possibly get $1 million"?
Absolutely.
And what did she say?
She was like, "Yeah, go for it." She's like, "As long as you're not messing around with another woman." You know, she knows Ronnie, my wife and Ronnie are really good friends.
But she didn't like laugh and go, "No, you're kidding," or anything like that. She was just like, "Yeah, go for it." Yeah.
She was. Wow. I mean, she knows it's funny. She was laughing about it, and we keep joking about it. We keep saying, if I blow Ronnie, we'll get to afford some Dom Perignon to wash my mouth out with, and all this stuff.
But it's becoming less of a joke and more of a real thing, it seems.
Yeah, but I'm a little bit worried that I might have scared Ronnie off, because when I was blowing that banana and looking into his eyes and, sucking it, it seemed like it creeped him out a little bit. So I hope I didn't scare him off from it.
You know what I think is, first of all, I really genuinely commend you, because...
Thank you.
I and I'm a little jealous, but I know it's like, I like... And I think, that I know you don't like some parts of it. And I know you're not like I know you're not into it in a sexual way. And I also think that you don't like the fact that your parents being like wouldn't like it and things like that. But I think
my parents have a pretty good sense of humor, though. You know, they
Richard, there's having a good sense of humor and watching your son blow Ronnie to completion. I don't know how good of a sense of humor I would have if I was your dad about that.
Well, they listen to the show. They heard me lick Sal's nuts, and they've heard me get my taint kissed by Sal. And that
all seems harmless now.
This is just one step above all that.
Is it something you could like say,
only 7
like
steps.
the way you talk to your wife about it, say, hey, I want to make sure you're comfortable with it. Have you had that same conversation with your parents, or will you? Or
No. Well, and I also thought, maybe I thought maybe Howard or somebody would want to ask them first before I even talk.
Blessing.
Believe me, they'll be front and center, sitting in the front row in Barca lounges.
You and Ronnie have agreed to this, and it's got to be Ronnie's got to come. But both of you insist that this is not gay.
Yeah. Well, in some people's eyes it is, not in mine. To me it's funny, and it's an easy way to get $1 million.
Regardless of it being funny or not, because I think it would be a great bit. How can it not be? How do you not consider it a gay act? I don't understand that.
Because I'm not doing it for sexual reasons. I'm not turned on by Ronnie. I'm not going to be turned on by his penis.
Okay, so hold on a second.
How do you know that?
Hold on a second. So,
I'm pretty sure I won't.
If another girl fingered a girl, say it's your wife, and got her off, but it was for goofing around. It wasn't for sexual reasons.
Women on women is not goofing around. I don't think.
Why?
It's all
It's
purpose.
it's not as funny to me. I mean, guy on guy stuff to me. I don't know why, and I'm not homophobic. I think this proves how homophobic I am.
Oh, I agree.
I think it's funny.
But how can you say it's not sexual when a man is going to ejaculate?
In your mouth.
In a condom.
It's maybe sexual for Ronnie, but not for me.
See, Ronnie thinks it's not because he's laying back, closing his eyes and getting blown, and that's how he's rationalizing it. He's not, maybe he is thinking about it being you, but to him it makes it, but he wouldn't blow you. That, he thinks, is gay, which makes no sense to me.
It's all intention. Like, and I'm not joking around. Like, is a pap smear a sexual act? If a woman,
it's a smear, not a schmear.
If a woman, and this is a horrible thing, but if a woman orgasms during rape, which is actually very common,
right,
is that mean she wants to be raped?
No, it is common. Benji's right, that is common, but
I've never been able to do that.
That's also not premeditated. This is like, I can't imagine either of you being able to sleep the night before.
What about the night after?
Together.
Hey, once it's done and I got that money, I'm fine with it.
I think the scariest thing, though, is the fact that I know it's a small, actually, maybe it's not even a small chance. It's the fact that you have to do it to completion. Mm-hmm. So you're counting on Ronnie.
Oh, it's a team effort, no doubt.
To finish. And if he doesn't, you could do this all for zero.
I know. That's the scary part about it.
You guys have to work together.
There's got to be, that's a part of any kind of contest, I guess. There's got to be a risk that you won't win.
Right. This is the gay amazing race.
Marianne in Kentucky, you're on the wrap-up show. Hi, Marianne.
Hello?
Hi, Marianne.
Oh, hi. Hey, I was trying to find out from Richard. It's about time you finally come out of the closet. You and Sal have been through so much. But is this Sal going to be feeling left out from all this? With you and Ronnie?
I talked to Sal about it. I said, would you do this? Would you want to be a part of this? And he was like, no way. Sal doesn't want to blow Ronnie. And I
was thinking more if you blew Sal. Would you blow Sal? If Ronnie,
for the money, yeah.
Let me tell you, if Ronnie stepped out and Ronnie and Sal were willing to step in, would you do it?
Probably, but I don't know. I'm so close with Sal, there would be something weird about it. I would think that it might ruin our friendship.
Now it's
some weird way.
Now it's getting weird.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Ronnie's, I'm friends with Ronnie as well, but there's just something that's different about doing it to Ronnie. I'm not as worried about it.
Now, let me ask you a question. We talked about this on the other day. Say somebody were to step in and undercut you and do it for $950,000.
They can do it, then.
You wouldn't go to 9.
No.
You're not bargaining?
Nope, not at all.
And Ralph was the name, Gary, that was floated
again,
out there?
I don't want to. Somebody came and told me that. So without Ralph calling in, and put it out there. I don't really want to go there. But yeah, somebody came to me and said Ralph told them they would do it for $9.
Do you think that's dicky at all for someone to undercut you, or you no problem?
No, because I'm going to be right there in front row laughing at whoever's doing it. To me, it's still a funny bit. Whoever blows Ronnie in public, another guy, it's going to be hilarious.
Garrett, do you have any, like I asked Howard this, and he said, absolutely, I'm going to do it. Do you think Howard, this is $1 million for Rich, do you think Howard has any qualms about doing it?
What do you mean? Like putting it on a show?
Yeah.
No.
I wonder if he'll really do it.
I mean,
it's a big thing.
For
AGT's going to love it, the synergy of it.
For starters, we have to take it off-site because you can't do it here in this building.
Yeah, I wonder what the logistics of it would be.
I'm telling you, we take it to Citi Field. No, we can't go to Citi Field, but believe me, we'll find a place.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can even do it like in New York, though. Like, would we maybe have to go to Vegas?
Okay, hold on a second.
What are you worried about if it's considered
like a porn shoot?
It's not prostitution because nobody's paying. Both parties are getting paid, but one person isn't paying another person. But you're right; it could be considered a porn movie, and then we'll just have to fly to L.A.
We might have to go to Mozambique or something.
Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai.
The Thriller in Manila.
Jim in Jersey, you're on the wrap-up show.
What's happening, guys? My God, I'm happy to get through. Long-time listener. Hey, guys, it's funny because it's true. I think Richard would do this for like $50,000 if they would have brought that up. Now it's $1 million. This is something he wants to do, I think.
I don't know. If anybody underbids me, they can have it. And, I told Sal earlier, I'm like, this is a win-win for me because if it doesn't happen, then I don't have to blow Ronnie, which is great. If it does happen, unfortunately, I have to blow Ronnie, but I get $1 million.
No,
you really don't.
The loss is if you blow Ronnie and he doesn't come.
That's the really scary part.
And by the way, even with the money on the table, you don't really have to blow Ronnie. You choose to blow Ronnie for the money. There's a big difference.
Would there be any if
I see $1 million, I have to do it.
If Richard came first, would he still get the money?
That's what everybody says, and you can. John Hine can inspect me down there. John Hine can put his hand on my crotch and verify that I will not get.
You're the only one we'll trust, John.
Yeah,
no, thank you.
I will. I can assure you, I will not get a boner while I'm blowing Ronnie.
How can you assure us?
Yeah, how do you know?
Because I'm not gay. I know that I'm not.
But you said you haven't done this before, so you can't know that. You may get turned on.
I know that. Trust me, I've watched enough gay porn with JD pulling clips that I know it doesn't turn me on. But I've never gotten a boner watching
There's
gay
a
porn.
difference between watching a clip and you physically doing it, though.
What would happen if you have this dick in your mouth and you start to feel feelings you've never felt before, and you do sort of get a semi?
I guess then I have to have a deep conversation with myself
and your wife.
Yeah.
One interesting thing, I think, neither would switch places. I asked them both.
That's right.
They both are in the, Ronnie will only receive and Richard will only give.
Wait, you think that it's gay to get the blowjob?
No, not that it's gay. I just don't think I could get a boner and jizz from Ronnie blowing.
What if it were Sal? What if you switch it now? Sal
no
stepped
guy.
in.
I don't think no guy could blow me.
What if the lead singer of White Lion stepped in?
Mike Tramp?
Yeah.
I don't think
he's got long
I don't
blonde
think
hair.
he's into that.
I know you're not anti-gay at all, but do you think it's gay that Ronnie could complete it?
No, because I know Ronnie will be thinking about women. He'll, like he said, he'll have his eyes closed. Well,
I think that we have to, with the rules during the Scott thing, he has to.
You got to put in one of those things. What was that movie, Clockwork Orange, or one of those where they had the thing that
his eyes open?
Forces his eyes open? You got to put that on Ronnie.
Ralph Sorella, your name is being bandied about here. Is it true? Are you offering to undercut either of these guys and get in on the money?
Well, I don't know about undercutting because the problem is I couldn't come. I'm sure I couldn't come from that. So how much can I get for just limp dicking it?
Nothing.
You want to be the opening act or something?
But for $1 million you could blow Richard and then blow.
No, I'm not. No. Richard can blow me.
Yeah, but if you can't come,
I'd rather not blow Ralph.
So Ralph, do you see it?
Well, that's what makes it interesting now. You seem happy to blow Ronnie.
Well, because it's funny. I mean, it's funny to goof on Ronnie, and it's funny to watch how uncomfortable he is with this. I don't know that you would be as uncomfortable with this.
Ralph, do you see a distinct difference in one or the other?
What do you mean? Giving or receiving?
Right.
Oh, actually, absolutely. I mean, giving it is much gayer. They're both gay acts, by the way. Richard's crazy if he's saying blowing a guy is not a gay act, but doing it is much gayer than just receiving it. Because, like you said, you could close your eyes, but I mean, it's still gay. But you're doing a lot of work to blow somebody.
Ralph, how do you? Yeah, but to receive it, you have to get turned on.
Yeah, Ralph. How do you know that you wouldn't finish?
Because I don't finish from girls. I don't like blowjobs. I'm not. And I'm sure Richard's not going to kick it up a notch.
You didn't see him with the banana today. He knows what he's doing.
Hey, what if we do like Richard? What if like works several guys from the staff at once, and the one to come first gets the million?
Gets the million.
Yeah,
well, wait.
What do I get out of that?
What if he works on both me and Ronnie, and then there's, you're guaranteed at least, like 700,000, and then whoever comes first gets the extra 300.
I just had this most disgusting vision in my head. Like I zoned for a minute, and I had this idea of like Richard really working it, and moving his head back and hocking a big loogie on it, like they do in the porn.
You watch too much teen anal, Gary.
All right.
Would you spit all over it first, Richard?
If that's what it took. Whatever.
But, Ralph, you do say something interesting. You say it absolutely one way or the other, it is a gay act. So you're saying you admit that it's a gay act, but you still be willing to do it for $1 million.
Absolutely. Of course it's a gay act.
But Ralph is making sense.
Yes.
But I don't think Richard is using the word, like what would you define a gay act as?
When two men are in love and making love, and I'm not in love with Ronnie, and he's not in love with me.
We're now joined by Ronnie Mund, who's the other half of this event that we're trying to make happen. And Ronnie, you don't seem very concerned about this. It's just another day at the office for you.
Say what you said to me during the break, Ronnie.
What did I say? Oh, about nobody's going to come up with the money?
Right.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Because it's no big deal. It's not going to happen.
I'm not worried about it.
What if someone does come up with the money?
They're not coming up with $3 million, dude. Not for that.
That sounds like a taunt. It's like Ronnie's.
See, I can look at that girl's ass and we have no problem.
Yeah, he's got a picture on his phone.
While Richard's mouth's around your penis, you got no problem with
I
that?
wouldn't even think about it. It'd be Richard's.
You can you do that? Do you think you can mentally block out the fact that Richard's the one doing it?
I think I could.
I hope you can.
For $1 million cash, man?
See, maybe I could, and maybe
I don't have jump the shark money, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
He didn't blow a TV guide. Maybe I could and maybe I couldn't. All right. So say I could get into maybe I get some drinks and I get into a zone where I imagine it, something else, and say I could do that. When you're done, people will still say you came from a guy blowing you.
Right.
So you got to deal with that.
Okay. Yeah, but what's wrong with that? Why is that a bad thing?
Actually, there's nothing really wrong with it, but there is to me, the whole gay thing is not that big a deal if you're gay. Mm-hmm. It's just that you guys aren't, and so people will think that you are, and to some people there is a stigma for that.
Yeah. New York's pretty liberal, though. I think we'd be fine around here.
Yeah, the family reunion in Kansas City would be a little weird.
Hey, Ron, if I'm real sorry. We all know you lost your mom. If she was still around, could you be doing this?
Probably not.
Ralph?
My mom's around, but she doesn't get the show.
Yeah, and Ralph, by the way, certainly no way would she hear about it from anyone else.
No, she's pretty insulated. The only one who would tell her is my sister, and I could give her $10,000 to keep her mouth shut. I'm loaded at this point. By the way, I'm gone for $1 million cash. I mean, it's $1 million cash, right?
Yeah,
after taxes.
Right, Ralph.
Gone where? Gone where?
I'm gone. Are you kidding? $1 million? You know what you can do with $1 million? Fuck, I'm gone. Really, I don't have to deal with anybody giving me shit over it.
Well, wait, Ralph, you still got.
I'm in the Bahamas somewhere.
You still got a lot of life left. And you got
I'm going to go live it out on a beach. I'm done.
I thought all these guys, $1 million's huge to me, but I thought all you guys had more money.
See,
$1 million's not a if you just
really,
it's like $70,000 a year if you just live on it.
Hold on a second.
You realize how much? $1 million's you put it in the bank and just live off the interest.
But that's like $70,000.
First of all, it also depends on
$70,000 a year. I sell my house, get a nice chunk of change for that. Okay, plus with all the other investments I have right now.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong. I respect $1 million, but I thought you guys had more.
It depends also on the lifestyle you lead and where you want to live. In New York, $1 million, it's a lot of money, but it doesn't it doesn't solve everything depending upon how you use it. Like Ralph's saying, if he wants to sell his place and go move to wherever and live a different kind of life, yeah, it's possible, but I don't know if everybody's willing to do that.
And Ronnie's got a secret weapon he's not talking about.
What's that?
He can start collecting Social Security as well. Seriously, that's a whole other chunk of change.
But Ralph, you're not getting the $1 million if you're not coming.
Yeah, well, see, that's the problem. I don't know. Maybe if I don't have any, maybe I could if I don't do anything for like a month, and you know how you get like that, and if somebody just touches you, you explode.
Well, the other thing is maybe you
is there a time limit? What
if
quick?
Could Ronnie maybe take ecstasy, and then it might be easier.
I think he has to. Look, I ain't taking anything, pal. Drug tested.
I learned my lesson with that this past
time.
weekend.
Oh, it's like Olympic drug testing.
Wow.
You're going to make sure he
Can
doesn't.
you finish? One last question. Can you finish wherever you want?
Well, I think there was talk that Ronnie would finish on my face, which I'd rather not that happen, but I think they want proof that he finishes.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'd rather not is not no.
Well, if that's one of the little things that has to, little demands for me to get the $1 million, then I'll deal with it.
Ronnie, if you had... Oh, go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, but quick question. So if you're finishing on your face, then I have to touch myself to finish. Were you?
No, he's doing it.
We talked about it. Yeah, I would have to be the one.
This is not gay at all.
It'd be like holding a water hose, over my face.
You're earning that $1 million, that's for sure.
And Ronnie,
yeah.
Of course, there's a way this money can be. I mean, it'll turn. Somebody would sponsor it. You could be held somewhere else. So you could sell tickets. I mean, of course, it could be that money could come from somewhere. So don't think that this couldn't happen.
I can't speak for Noel Biederman, but I do know that he was trying to get the naming rights to Giant Stadium, and that's big money. And he's already a sponsor on this show. It wouldn't surprise Gary. Am I off base?
I wouldn't say it's a slam dunk, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's no way is it happening.
I'm going to ask you kind of a crude question, but so to get the $1 million for this, you have to get hard, I guess, to finish, and you have to finish. Let's say the option was you could put your penis, your limp penis, between Richard's butt cheeks and not come. Which would you rather do?
Absolutely not.
I'll do that too. Do you come a lot, Ronnie?
Do I what?
Do you come a lot?
I never measured it, dude.
Sir, come a lot.
Would you be interested if there were a $250,000 bonus to go a second round?
I could be up for that, maybe.
Do you guys agree that there should be no Viagra or anything like that, or that doesn't matter to you? Or Ronnie, you have no problem.
Well, Viagra, forget about it. He'd be sucking my dick for a fucking week.
Yes, Viagra doesn't make you come; it just gets you hard.
Nancy Sinatra, and I'm here to see Howard again. I think it's the 4th time I visited him. My first time at Sirius, and I'm going to ask him to come and do my show on Sirius called Seriously Sinatra. I'm going to bribe him a little. I brought him some presents, and I'm such a fan of his that I would come to see him even if I had no show on Sirius. So I hope you all enjoy our visit, and I'll see you soon.
Nancy Sinatra, I haven't seen her in a while. It's so cool to be Frank Sinatra's daughter because people treat you like you're God.
Yeah.
And she's not even Frank, she's Nancy. And they treat her like
there
God.
There are a few people, like Frank Sinatra's kids are deified, and, Elvis's kid. It's amazing.
I know it's sad that her dad's gone, but I think in some ways her life's better that her dad's
She can
gone.
run her own life now. I bet you she never had a chance to
freedom.
make decisions on her own.
Yeah, Nancy runs the whole Sinatra estate, I think.
Yeah? What about the other two? What are they doing?
The other two...
Hello.
Oh, look at Nancy. Remember Boots Are Made for Walking, baby?
Oh, yeah.
I beat off to you every single day. I don't care what anyone says. I'll say it right now. I'll say it to your face.
Listen, I had a dream about you this morning.
Really?
Yeah, I really had a dream about him.
Was I beating off?
No, but you were so sweet. It was really a sweet dream.
Let me tell you something. I could be very loving. A woman hasn't experienced anything until I
tell people that all the time. Everybody says, how can you stand him? He's terrible. And I say, no, he's a sweetheart.
First of all, I'm creative. I whisper in your ear like dirty shit that drive you crazy.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing later?
Oh, let me tell you something. You wouldn't be able to walk when I got done with you.
But you know what? I was hoping to meet Beth. I've heard so much about her.
She's a doll.
That's what I heard.
It wasn't for her. Now, don't wear a diaper and run there and to go over and try to kill her or anything.
No.
You know
no,
what
I
I'm
won't
saying?
fight over you. No.
You know, I'm so fat. How are you, by the way?
I'm fine.
And congratulations, there is a new Sinatra channel.
Here on Sirius.
Here on Sirius.
Yeah, hi, Robin.
You had to deal with XM. Of course, it was before Sirius was around. And as soon as Sirius was invented, you dumped XM to get over here, and I don't blame
We
you.
ran like hell over here.
You're damn right. Right. Because you know where the momentum is.
They're really nice people here. And besides, you're here.
And if Frank was alive, he'd be like, I don't want to be with those losers. Over at XM, they're losing momentum.
Speaking of Frank, I brought you some presents. Actually, they're bribes to really convince you to come and do my show.
You're going to have a show on the channel?
I am.
I'll come over and see you.
That's
Was that
one
Frank's
of his
ties?
signature ties.
Is that his tie, or is it like some tie that's a replica of his tie?
No, he made these. He painted
Did he wear
these.
this?
Did he wear it himself?
Yeah.
No.
All right, now I'm putting it in the garbage.
Oh,
I'm
Howard.
just kidding.
And this is the new,
Oh, the Sinatra box set.
the Vegas box
Artie,
set.
you remember you wanted a prize?
Vegas, Artie.
Yeah, can I have it?
We'll talk about it.
All right.
So what's going on?
Well, let me talk to you for a second.
Oh,
I was
all
saying
right.
to Robin, in a way, isn't your life... Listen, everybody loves their father, misses their father, especially Frank Sinatra. But in a way, isn't your life sort of better in some ways, too? Because Frank was a tough dad to have. I mean...
Why do you say that?
I felt really sad when Boots Are Made for Walking was a huge hit. And I remember seeing Frank finally allowed you to go on the Ed Sullivan Show with him and sing with him. And I was like, look what this poor woman's got to do to earn her father's respect.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
He put me on TV when I was 19 years old.
But you know what I mean? It was like fine. Like now, all of a sudden, you are worthy.
No, he would go on stage and say, "Hi, I'm Nancy's dad."
Yes, but you had to get famous first and have a hit record and all
Well,
of
every
that.
kid has to earn her own way or his own way. You know that. You've got
Nah.
to gain the respect.
But did you have to work extra hard to get your father's love? Seriously, I mean, he was a
No
tough
way.
guy. Really?
He was such a softie. He loved
But was
me
he
from the
really
get-go.
around? I mean, you know, he was busy traveling,
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
shows. And...
My mom said that to me, he was a voice on the radio.
Right.
But you hated him for a long time because you felt bad for your mom getting dumped by Frank.
I hated him? No, I
Yes.
didn't.
You
No.
were angry
I
with
never
him.
hated him.
But he did leave
I
your
missed
mother
him a lot.
because he was away. Did he
Yeah.
visit you at all when you were
Oh,
little?
sure.
Very rarely.
I mean, but was it a regular?
Yeah, a
was it
lot.
like
Where
every
are you getting
weekend
all
or
this?
You were very abandoned.
Was it like an every weekend thing? You didn't get to go see him on that kind of a basis.
Well, he would, whenever he was in town, he would
Oh,
come
please.
over.
Right.
When he was in town.
And he would take us with him on trips. It was great. We
Robin,
had
he was out banging Ava Gardner. You think he's stopping to see the kids?
He didn't have you around Ava.
Yes, he did.
Did you
I
meet
loved
Ava? You did? Was she the
We
sexiest
spent
thing?
a lot of time with Ava. She was a great lady.
Sexy.
Very sexy, crazy.
Did you ever see her
fun.
naked? Would you see her naked? Would you
no, in a bathing suit.
Was it awkward for you, though, to see your dad with all these women?
Oh, I saw her in her underwear.
You did?
Actually, that's the first time I met her. She was sitting at her dressing table.
No boob? I mean, no bra?
A bra.
Oh, bra and panties.
Yeah.
Back then, they wore
and-
the giant panties, though. You
And
couldn't really
those
see them.
whirlpool bras, those real pointy bras that you
Yes.
can't find anymore, Robin.
Right.
Did you
I
ever
love
see?
those.
Let me ask you that. Did you? And I'm not being disrespectful. Did you ever see your father's genitals?
Once.
Once. Were they big?
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah.
How old were you when you saw them?
About 8 or 9 years old.
That's why they look big.
So I
you'd
didn't.
you'd
I had
saw them
nothing
as an
to
adult.
compare it with.
You're like, now, why did you see your dad's genitals? I mean, those are Frank Sinatra's genitals.
I was in his bedroom in Palm Springs watching something, I don't remember, and he was walking from the shower to the closet.
Wow, and you're like, wow, there's Frank Sinatra's balls.
No.
I mean, can you believe it? Did it scare the hell out of you?
My parents walked around like that.
They were nudists? Did it
Sorta.
scare the hell out of you when you saw your dad's penis?
No,
It was not traumatizing at all.
no.
And
Did you?
Oh, it traumatized the hell out of me. It was like, wow, why is mine so small? My father's big, and I have nothing.
What about your mom? Was she?
My mom has a big penis.
Oh,
no.
I saw my mom naked. It was scary. She had full bush. They didn't shave back then. My mother to this day goes, I don't know why these women shave their bush. It's disgusting.
You got mad at me for doing Playboy without shaving.
Your father was mad at you.
Remember that?
Your father was mad at you for doing Playboy.
He was not.
Yes, he was. Didn't he offer to pay you not to do it?
No,
Tell
he
the
told
truth.
me to double the money or not do it.
Isn't it true that some guy had the nerve to walk up to Frank Sinatra and say, quote, I saw your daughter's pussy? Did somebody say that to your dad?
I never heard that.
I heard that story, and he was furious. He was going to kill him.
Was it you?
It was me. I thought he thought it was funny.
You look good.
I do?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
of
like
course
your
I do.
hair. It's a lot,
really? Thank you. You
lot
look good
shorter
too.
when I saw you last time.
How's your love life going? You getting it at all?
I have a nice boyfriend.
No kidding.
Good for you.
Hey, I read you were dating Phil Spector right before he shot that broad.
Was
Or
she?
allegedly shot the broad.
Phil and I have been friends for many years.
You think he's innocent or what?
I don't know.
You don't know what happened?
Have you talked to him since?
A couple of times right afterwards, but now he doesn't really speak to me, so.
Why is that?
Because he's probably depressed.
I don't know. Because basically, really, I think it's because I told him what my mom said.
What'd she say?
She said, it could have been you.
Wow, that's true.
And I told him that, and then he stopped talking to me.
You can understand
Why'd you tell him that?
Well, I guess I just wanted him to know that people were thinking that. Some people were worried that it was me.
Right. I didn't know you were dating him.
Well, we didn't really date. I mean, we
He
went
gave it
out.
to you
We
a
went
couple
to
of
the
times?
Lakers game. No.
No baloney?
No baloney. We went to the Lakers games.
You made out with him?
Stuff like that. No.
Never kissed him?
Would you?
No.
Well,
I can't imagine you. I mean, I can't
No.
imagine you being attracted to him.
we were really good friends from a long time ago.
But you mean he'd hang out with you all the time, and you wouldn't try to put a move
Not
on
all
you?
the time. No, just rarely.
And he wouldn't put the
Occasionally.
moves on you?
No.
I'm shocked. For real?
Real.
Wow.
Highly intelligent, by the way. A great person to talk to.
So
Very
you
smart.
have like tons of money now? I mean, when Dad died, and by the way, your brother came by here the other day.
Well,
yeah.
And he stormed
less
out.
than a year ago.
He never even made it
didn't
in.
want to be searched, patted down.
What does he
Why?
have on him?
I wanted to be searched, and nobody offered.
We didn't want to search him. We weren't going to search him.
Talking about.
That's what he said.
It was something with the release, but I don't think we were going to search him. It was something with the release.
No, it was something with the release. He didn't want to sign a release. It was wild. I wanted to meet the dude.
He read it. Ronnie reminded me.
Yeah.
He read the release, and then he took his CD and he threw it at the wall. Right, that's what it was. He saw in the release that we had the right to search him, but we didn't search him. There's a lot of wacky shit in the release.
What, does he carry or something? I mean, what's going on with him?
Maybe.
Who
No,
knows?
you know what? He was going through a rough time. He had cancer.
He
prostate
did?
cancer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it was right at the time you were seeing him. And I think he was just
You're kidding, because we wanted him
strung
on.
out. He wanted to do it. He played Stinkfinger on your TV
Yeah,
series.
he's a good dude.
Yeah.
And he's got to be kind of relieved in a way, too, with his life. Your dad was tough on him. He used to make fun of him at the concerts.
There was
True.
Howard,
Yeah.
there was one story I read in a Sinatra book, and Nancy will probably say this isn't true either, but I'll tell the story anyway.
Go ahead.
What Sinatra book? Wait a minute.
There was a Sinatra book. It was about that yay thick. I can't give you the author, but it was really huge.
Yeah,
fat.
what,
Came
did
out maybe
she
about
have
5 years
two
ago.
of the same letters in her name?
Was it Kitty Kelly is what she's saying?
No, I wasn't
Okay.
Kitty Kelly.
I don't say
tell us
that.
what you
No,
heard.
the story that I heard was one night Frank was feeling very benevolent, and he told Frank Jr., you know this song, why don't you sing it? And then Frank sang it, and Frank Jr. sang it, and he supposed he did a terrific job. And then in front of everybody, he says, now let me show you how you really sing it. And then he sang it, and he sang it even better than Frank. So he humiliated Frank Jr. in front of the audience.
Did your dad have a cruel
I never
side?
heard that, and Frankie never told me that. He would have told me.
I thought he was rough on your brother, because your brother was his band leader, and sometimes Frank would yell at him if he didn't get stuff right in front of the audience.
My brother would deliberately tick my dad off
Wonder
just
why.
before a show
Why?
to get him to get his energy up.
Really?
In the last few years, he was tired. Frankie
Yeah.
told me that. He said if he gets
Worked
hot
up.
just before he walks out on stage, he's got the energy he needs to do it.
Wow, he would take abuse just to get his father hopped up.
Pretty much.
Oh, that's pretty noble. Yeah, go ahead.
You know, it's funny. My parents saw Frank, God, every year. You know what I mean? Wherever he played. And towards the end of his performing, he performed at Westbury Music Fair. And I remember my father's sort of the way he saw it was that Frank Sr. and Jr. were like openly goofing on each other on stage. I don't know if it was part of the act, but it would be like Frank Jr. was making fun of Frank Sr. that he couldn't read the teleprompter. And he said it seemed sort of odd and uncomfortable. Right. Just thought I'd bring that.
I never saw it that way. I saw a lot of shows. I must have missed the ones your dad saw.
I'm just glad you weren't banging Phil Spector.
I met Nancy and Phil Spector out one night.
You did?
I was at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Remember you introduced me to her? I took a
Yeah.
picture with him. Seemed like a nice pair.
They look like a nice couple.
I didn't know he was going to do that thing.
No, it's great. I wouldn't have been invited to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame if it hadn't been for him. He tried to get me into that, to get my name in there. And when he did it, because I've had 22 chart records, when he put me up for it, he came back with the news. He said, it'll never happen.
Wow.
Forget it.
So what goes on now? I mean, you got more money than God now,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, when the will was read,
Yeah.
how was everybody taken care of?
Did that ex-wife get all the
we
money?
talked about this last time.
Yeah. You get a trust fund, or you just got the money outright?
Well, no, we have to work the business. We run the farm,
You run the name, the whole thing.
the family farm, and what the work that we do will pay off or it won't, depending on how successful it is.
So do you own the rights to all the Sinatra's music and all of that stuff?
A lot of it.
You do?
Not all of it, not yet.
Gee, it must be great.
Yeah,
must be
that's why
great.
the show's going to be so good because.
Yeah, what are you
we
doing
have-
on the channel?
I
What
have
do
the keys to the vault.
So you're going to play everything, all the Sinatra
Yeah.
rarities and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Look at you.
Now, do you still
Businesswoman.
talk to Barbara? You
No.
see her? No.
Yeah, your ex-stepmommy, huh?
No.
You hate her guts.
Never.
How much dough did she get?
A
The mother load?
She got the money.
She got more than the kids?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Of course.
What?
Yep.
What?
But it's all right. We don't care. We don't think about that.
What do you mean we
anymore.
don't care? Sure we care.
No,
What are you
not
talking
really.
about?
It's,
What did you get versus what she got? You mean she got all the dough?
yeah.
And you just got, like, the rights to a lot of the music
We
and
had
stuff?
some insurance and the right to his name and likeness, and because he knew we would take care of it properly.
This was your dad's wishes?
Mm-hmm.
Not to leave the mother load?
Oh, I don't know. I think that he was concerned about that, but he didn't have much to say about it.
Oh, you think he was brainwashed?
Well, read the end of my sister's book.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's
It's called My Father's Daughter, and Tina tells the whole story at the end, what happened in the last few years. And then you'll have a total understanding of this family dynamic.
Wow.
Wow.
It's scary stuff.
Who's your boyfriend now?
I'm not going to tell you.
Where'd you meet this dude? You got a boyfriend?
Yeah,
What's his name?
I'm not going to tell.
Where'd you meet this guy? Is he famous?
No.
Who is it? Burt Bacharach?
No.
Who is it?
No.
Who you banging?
He's not famous. Burt Bacharach
Was he
hates
some young
me.
stud? Burt Bacharach hates you?
He hates me because I always have to call him to help me sing his songs. His songs are the most difficult songs in the world
Very hard.
to sing. Really tough.
Yeah, he can't sing.
I think he sings kind of
Nah.
cute.
What do you think of that Jessica Simpson remake in Boots Are Made for Walking?
It was cute.
Come on, be honest. It sucked.
Somebody called me from her camp and said she would like to use the bass line.
Doom, 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 doom.
Yeah. Anyway, she wanted to borrow the bass line from my record. And I said, yeah, it's okay with me. I had met her before. We did a USO show together. I said, it's okay with me, but you've got to talk to Chuck Berghofer, who's the bass player. Because these guys don't get, they get bupkas.
Right.
They get what they made on the session. I said, ask Chuck, and if he says it's okay, because, it's his little baby, then it's okay with me. So I said, I think you should pay him something.
Wow.
And they did. They paid him something, and they got it.
So funny. You know what? You don't even realize what Nancy's life is like. Like Gary told me, like in his family, like his mom is such a Sinatra fan. She goes, if you touch Nancy, let me know.
Wow.
Or somebody else said that.
Oh,
Who was the guy who said
No,
that
that
if you get
was,
to touch Nancy? It's like being a god.
Just touch something. Did Jason say that?
Yeah, Jason's mom
somebody-
said, yeah.
Bring
just,
something home that she touched.
yeah,
or
if she
something
touches something, let me have it.
Oh, my
Well, my
goodness.
cousin Joanne said the same thing when Paul McCartney was up here. Different
Really?
generation. She said,
Yeah.
"Did he touch anything?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know."
I know.
I heard a story yesterday about somebody taking a glass that my dad had left at a party or in a hotel room or something.
That was me. I sold it on eBay. I got a lot of money for that.
But that glass is sitting somewhere in a box, and somebody says, "I got Frank Sinatra's glass."
Yeah, but then they left it, and the housekeeper took it away.
Well, wait a minute. How did your father feel about you getting nude in Playboy?
He hated it.
He did not hate it.
He offered to pay her not to do it.
Chinese restaurant here in New York.
Uh-huh.
And I said, "What do you think?" And I told him the money I was going to get, and he said, "Double it."
No, no guy likes that.
Now, a dad doesn't say that, does he?
That's what my dad said. Believe it or don't.
Man, imagine if your dad was alive today. I wonder who he'd be banging. He could be banging anybody. You think he'd be with Lindsay Lohan and that whole crew? Paris Hilton?
I don't think so.
No.
He liked brains.
The brainy types.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He
So
had
I
them
met a
all.
lady last night at the Jersey Boys show. She walked up to me. She said, "You know, one of these left-handed compliments." She says, "Oh, you're so much more beautiful than you ever were on television." It's like when they say, "Oh, I thought you were taller."
How old's your boyfriend now? Is he young stuff?
My age.
Your same age?
Yeah.
And is he after your money or is he really in love
No.
with you? Does he love you?
He's a good guy.
Are you in love with him?
I don't know.
How long has this been going on?
About 4 years.
And you don't know if you love him?
Well, yeah, I love him.
4 years and
He
you don't
said
know if
in
you love
love. In love.
4 years and you don't know if you're in love?
Well,
Well, obviously he's not that great a guy if you're not in love
he's
after
a
4
great
years.
guy.
Would you marry him if he asked you to marry him?
I don't think I ever want to marry again.
No. You live with this guy?
Paula Poundstone. She says, "I want a man in my life, not in my house."
Do you live with this guy at all?
No.
He comes and visits you? How many
Yeah.
times a week are you having sex with this
He
guy?
doesn't live in where I live. He lives.
What, in Europe?
No.
That's the best kind
About
of...
an hour and a half.
So if I
away.
wanted to bang you tonight, I could do it. There's no strings attached with this guy, right? I don't have to sit there and deal with his jealousy.
I'll deal with you in my dreams, Howard.
Yeah. What was your dream? What was I doing to you?
My dream, you know
Were we
what?
nude?
You were just being nice to me, and that was just so nice and refreshing.
I like you. Well, all these men
I
are
like
creeps,
you
right?
too.
Men are creepy. Don't you wish you were gay sometimes?
No.
But men are creepy, right? They just don't...
My sister and I have a saying, AMAP.
What's that?
All men are pricks.
Oh.
Right. Look at you with the pricks.
Well, you could change it. You could say all men are pigs, but on this radio we could say the word, right?
Yeah.
That's right. You got people who work for you? I mean, do you have, like, help service people in your home?
I have a housekeeper who comes in for a few hours every day.
I could see you being very demanding.
You never hear any stories
I don't think
about
so.
her.
Look at that rock on your finger.
I
What is
don't-
that? What are those diamonds?
My sister gave it to me.
How much is that worth? How many carats is that? The hell is that?
It says peace.
Yeah, but it's all diamonds, right? What's a
Yeah.
thing like that worth?
My sister gave it to me.
Yeah,
That's-
what is this? This is diamonds too? What's that
no,
worth?
this must have been about $20.
Oh, but what is the ring? How
I don't
much is
know.
that worth?
I have no idea.
What's your net worth? Honestly. You're worth $10 million?
No.
You're not worth $10 million?
Uh-uh.
Your old man didn't leave you $10 million?
Hey, I've been working for 40 years. You know, what I
know.
have.
Forget about what you earned. I'm not even...
God, how can I forget about it?
you earned a lot of money.
butt
You
off.
worked a lot. You made a lot of money.
Yeah.
How much is your stepmom worth, do you think? The one you don't talk
Lots.
to? Over
Lots
50
and
million?
Lots. I
50 to
don't-
100 million dollars?
Maybe. I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
It's got to drive you nuts.
No,
crazy.
because I don't care about that.
Let's go to
Tell you
Vinny.
what I do care about.
What do you care about?
That she sold the train collection.
She sold your father's train collection?
My father had the most incredible train collection. People gifted him with stuff from all over the world.
And I can't picture Frank Sinatra sitting playing with trains.
You
but,
did. I have pictures. to
And you
prove it.
wanted that. That was something.
No, we wanted to give it to the Smithsonian so that all the kids of the world could see these amazing trains.
And what did she do with them?
Sold them with the house.
Then no one knows where they are.
Yeah, they're still in the house.
The Palm Springs place?
Yeah.
I see you're on the verge of tears when you say that. It makes you sad.
Well, it makes me angry because there's a selfishness there that I don't appreciate.
Did he have any porn? I'd want that.
You wanted his porn collection.
I bet it was extensive.
I don't know. I never saw any.
That's what I collect. I ain't collecting no trains.
Your kids are going to get your porn collection.
You don't
when
watch
die?
porn?
I used to.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who came to my press party yesterday? Ron Jeremy.
Oh, yeah, he was
Yeah,
here.
he's in town.
He was hanging around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ron Jeremy. Found out he had sex in my studio. That's not good. That's not good.
Hey, do you know how much you got for the trains separately? You know how much it was worth?
It added $200,000 to the price.
Oh, really?
Price of the house.
Vinny, what are you doing?
I was going to say.
Hey, Howard, how are you?
Hey.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi.
I'm a huge fan. We spoke a while ago. We have a mutual friend in Tom DiLorenzo.
Come on, Vinny, ask your question.
Oh, Vinny's on the bus. No wonder.
Nancy, I've been trying to get in touch with you because I would be honored if you would consider singing one of my songs from a show I'm working on.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, come on. Vinny. Wait till
Howard,
when she hears that garbage, she's not going to want to sing.
Vinny, go to my website and sign in to my guest book, and that's how you reach me.
Vinny, sing her the song that you wanted to sing.
No, I can't do
Come
that.
on.
I would actually, I have a demo I want to play for. Are you in town today, Nancy? When do you leave?
I'm not here, no.
No, she's avoiding you.
She's leaving to get away from
Vinny, so contact
Howard,
her.
come on, you have to legitimize.
All right.
Come on.
Goulet did one of his songs, if you want
He
to know.
did, actually.
he did.
Play for her.
Where is that? You got that, Fred?
I'll sing it for you.
Nancy, this is a serious. I know it sounds kind of weird because I'm whispering. It's the real deal. So
He's on a bus.
He's on a bus trying to get to work.
Robert Goulet did do one of his songs. I'll give him that.
A very Sinatra.
All right, if we find it, I'll play it for. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, Jay, go ahead. You're on the air.
How you doing, Howard? Good morning. Hey, I just wanted to find out the truth behind this. Last month in the Forbes magazine, or maybe it was December, it said that Nancy is worth about $125 million if you added up all of the...
Forbes magazine has you at $125 million. Why are you laughing?
Because
Are you
it's
embarrassed?
absurd.
It's absurd.
Yeah, where did they get this stuff?
Well, you own the Frank Sinatra box set. That's got to be worth a fortune, no?
How many ties do you own?
That's right. You have the ties. You have it all. Nancy says there's no way she's close to $125 million. All right, let's go to Ralph. Ralph, go ahead. You are a big Frank Sinatra fan and Nancy Sinatra fan. Go ahead.
I mean, he was the greatest entertainer ever and still is, thanks to the stuff that still comes out. Listen, Nancy, when you put stuff like that out, do you just rubber stamp stuff, or do you really have a place you're going with this stuff?
Well, she's got a plan, right? You got a marketing plan. You don't just license Frank's name out to everything.
We're doing it. We're trying to be careful. We don't. There are a couple of things you really shouldn't do. One is flood the market.
Right.
You want to do one really special thing at a time.
Yeah, what a lot of people don't know, it's great on that box set, is there's a DVD performance in there, too. That's like an hour long. It's great.
I know, it's amazing.
You have that box set?
I do. It's awesome.
Howard, you're going to faint when you see the concert.
That's terrific.
Did you ever see him live?
No.
Frank? No.
I saw him live.
Did you?
I saw him twice. Yeah, I saw him at Radio City with Shirley MacLaine. I took my mother to see it.
He banged her, I bet. Did your
she
dad?
was originally in the Rat Pack.
Yeah. Did your dad bang Shirley MacLaine?
I thought she and Dean were the couple.
Yeah, but I don't think your father really cared who the couple was. He was going to bang anyone. I mean, this guy was infamous. I mean, he was a real womanizer, your father.
He had a good time.
Yeah, listen, he was famous and he could have any woman he wanted.
And he was busy with the Whoas, too, a lot.
Oh, yes. Love the Whoas.
What?
Yeah, I read that.
Nancy's sitting here. Does
She don't care. She's not. She's been around the
That's
block.
nothing I haven't heard before, Robin.
I'm
Don't worry about
sorry.
it.
I'm
Thank you,
sorry.
sweetie.
Is that bad to hear?
Look, my kid's going to have to deal with it.
I wish my father would go see a hooker.
Really?
He had the greatest line about the Whoas. He says, you don't pay him for sex, you pay him to leave.
That's true. Father was a genius.
Genius.
I wish I could have hung with your father in that Rat Pack.
Hey,
Yeah.
Nancy, were you around when the Kennedys sort of cut him loose after he got Kennedy into the White House?
Well, yeah.
Did he just? I know it pissed him off, but I mean, did he get
Pissed him off. He had to have those guys killed, didn't he, or something? Am I wrong about that?
I think. Well, he got rid of.
He called a hit. No.
That's why he got rid of Peter Lawford.
I saw in The Godfather.
Yeah.
Did your
Peter
dad hate the
Lawford
movie
killed.
The
Is that what
Godfather?
you're saying?
Did your father hate that movie?
No, but he sure didn't like being told that he was one of the characters.
Johnny Fontaine.
Johnny Fontaine.
Yeah, because that was a big crock, that story.
And Johnny Fontaine comes along with his olive oil hair and Guinea charm.
But Mario Puzo, I spoke with him when I did my book, and Mario Puzo said that he did not model that
After your
character
father.
after my dad. So.
Did you ever see Sammy Davis Jr. with his eye out?
Oh, no.
Never? He always had the
No, I never
glass
did.
eye in?
Well, I saw him with the eye patch
You did?
covering the.
You never got to see the socket?
Around with like
No.
an empty hole hanging out.
Did you ever see him with a black chick?
Sure, his wife was
Yeah.
black the last one.
No, she was.
Altavis.
Altavis.
Oh, she was?
Altavis.
I'm sorry.
What's wrong with you?
You know, a lot of people don't know Sinatra got Sammy into the clubs and stuff. People were very racist back then.
You couldn't.
Yes, we do know that.
We know that.
No, I said a lot of people, though.
People were racist in the 40s.
Frank Sinatra was a good. Frank Sinatra loved the
Thank
blacks.
you for telling us, Ralph.
Frank Sinatra was a liberal with the blacks. I know that.
Hey, did you know Buddy Rich? I heard he was a real jerk.
Buddy Rich was a jerk, right?
No, I thought he was great.
I heard there was some guy who worked for Buddy Rich who, after he died on the anniversary of his death, would always call Buddy Rich's wife and say, "Can I talk to Buddy?" And she would say, "Oh my God, he's dead." And he would say, "I know, I just like hearing it every year."
Come on.
Bob, you're on the air. Go ahead. You're on with Nancy Sinatra, announcing the new Sinatra channel, Channel 75, and, of course, NancySinatra.com, where you can hear all things Nancy. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Nancy, your spread in Playboy was unbelievable. I just had two quick questions for you.
I should have banged you. I missed out. Sorry about that.
That's all right. What kind of panties are you wearing?
What kind of panties are you wearing today? Guy wants to
I'm
know.
wearing blue thong.
You wear a thong, right?
Yeah.
You would never wear big,
I don't
giant
like
panties.
panty lines.
Good for you. Good for you.
Beautiful. The other question was, how do you keep your bush nowadays?
Do you fully shave? I would say
No, a little bit now. Thanks to you. You're the one who told me to shave.
take it all off, baby. You don't need it. You know.
Too much trouble, Howard.
Really? You don't care?
It's a nuisance.
Well, for your man, I mean, now that you are intimate with this guy, who you're not even sure you're in love with 4 years later. Go ahead, K-Mac. You have the last word with Nancy Sinatra. She's too busy to talk to you normally, but today she will entertain you. Go ahead.
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
Miss Sinatra, I would be honored if you would take a ride on the Sibian.
What about that? You want to ride the Sibian?
I knew this was coming today. How did I know this?
Why don't you liberate yourself?
I won't allow that.
Why not?
I won't allow it.
Why? Nancy Sinatra's her own person?
I won't allow this line of questioning.
Boy, if I saw you on the Sibian, I'd go wild.
Do you know she just said she's trying to protect the name and take care of things?
You know,
I
Judy
don't think that would be good.
Garland's daughter did it the other day, Liza.
Liza was on the Sibian, but who cares?
How is Liza? I haven't seen her in a long time.
We haven't seen her either. But what
she's
about,
doing kick-ass.
did your father have sex with Nancy Reagan?
No.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
I think he did.
No, he would never have done that. You don't know my father.
Hey, what about, did Nancy ever hear the remake of your song that started that John Gotti kid reality show, that the rapper remake?
That made me angry.
What did he do? I don't even know about
Because I know Victoria Gotti, and the fact that she copied she not only copied the song and the arrangement, she copied the look.
Which song?
A rapper, a girl rapper, Lil Kim or somebody, did.
Oh no, that's a different story.
Did Nancy Sinatra's song?
Yeah.
Boots Are Made for Walking, and it was the beginning theme of the Gotti reality show on A&A.
That didn't bother me. It was the fact that she copied my getting out of the T-bird and closing the door. She did the whole
It was the
opening.
whole concept.
Yeah,
That is
and
your
she
thing.
did call me, and I know her. She should have called me.
What is it, Howard?
Hey, this is going to be great for Sirius. Got the king of all media and the chairman of the board. Nancy, quick question for you, and then a quick request, Howard. Are you going to be telling some inside stories of Frank's life?
What do you mean?
When she's on the show.
Oh, yes. She's going to reveal everything. Yeah, it's going to be very, very risque, this show.
And, Howard, can you play one of Frank's great songs, Strangers on My Flight?
Strangers on My Flight?
That's that parody we had.
Not again.
Oh.
Haven't we outgrown that one?
I don't even remember that one.
That was when it was
After
a
9/11.
That was Billy what?
Yeah, Strangers on My Flight.
Well, listen, You are a lovely woman. You know that.
Howard, I adore you. You're
Well,
the
same
only
here.
person in the world I would get up at this hour for because I'm still on California time.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm honored that you're here. I'm honored that you've brought over the whole Sinatra legend
And the
to
live. Will you
Sirius.
do my show sometime?
I will do your show sometime. I will stop by.
You can give me your top 10 faves of Frank.
I want that, and I'm going to bring the Sibian with me, and on your show, you will ride. Ride, baby, ride. You will do it. And it will be great. And in fact, on the Sinatra channel, there will be many revelations, I understand.
Yes.
That's right.
Can I say my favorite Frank Sinatra moment of all time?
Go ahead, Artie.
He was getting interviewed on like 60 Minutes or something, and the guy said to him, it might have been Mike Wallace, said to him, how do you feel about, Charles Manson saying that if he ever gets out of prison, he's going to kill celebrities like Elizabeth Taylor and you, and Sinatra goes, let him out.
Let him out.
Oh, that's great. Let him out.
Let him out. That's great. Now, that's a good story.
And that ended that whole conversation.
I feel you should be one of the hosts on Sinatra 75.
I live in Hoboken, Nancy.
Who? Where?
I do.
Artie, over here.
I live in Hoboken.
Hi, Artie.
How you doing?
He was just talking about how he has to bend down and touch the star and cross himself every time he goes by.
Where your father's old house is a star with his name.
Yeah, I know. They tore the house down.
They tore the house down. It's just an empty lot, actually. But you gotta bless yourself by the star.
There's a bunch of old Italian guys who sit by the star, and if you walk by and you don't cross yourself in front of Frank's star, they're like,
They
right?
yell at They you.
get mad. They get mad.
Oh, listen, AJ and I did The Sopranos. We did an episode.
Oh, this new one?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's,
What happens?
It's episode number 6.
Oh, I can't
My
wait.
daughter, AJ, and me.
I can't
and
wait.
also, my other daughter, Amanda, told me to send you her love.
I hear your
She
daughters are hot.
adores you. You met Amanda. She did your show one time.
I should have had sex with her. I blew it. Should have had sex with you and your daughters all at the same time. I would have been a legend and an honor.
Every single bar in Hoboken, too, and I know because I've been to every single bar in Hoboken, has a picture of Frank above the bar. I mean, every one of them.
Right.
And the restaurants, too.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking about you, the white go-go boots. If you and I were lovers, I'd make you put on the white go-go boots. I'll
That
be
was
honest
a
with
long
you.
time ago,
So what?
sweetheart.
You don't have
Get
any
'em-
white go-go boots now?
Honey,
No,
I'll buy
they've
you
all
a
been
pair.
auctioned off for
Baby,
charities.
I'll buy you a pair.
Okay.
You'll be in the white go-go boots, and believe me, you
Okay.
will not believe the positions you would be in.
Okay.
And then I would say, that's a good day. And I'm thrilled you're here now.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You believe me, they were treating you horribly at XM, and now you have
Well,
a
they
real
didn't
home.
show a lot of respect for the
No.
music legacy, you know.
No,
That's not fair.
They don't care about their listeners and the music. You know that. You see how they behave over there.
I'm not going to put them down. I mean, they were the only game in town for a long time.
You know, it's a privilege to get $13 a month from your fans, and for them to abuse the Sinatra legacy is just unforgivable.
It ain't going to happen here. It's going to be great.
No, you'll see how good it's going to be.
I'm excited about it.
Now, you'll be doing the show from Los Angeles.
Well, no, but
Will you be
different
doing it
places,
live?
probably, yeah.
You'll be
We'll
live.
do some live because we want to get some callers.
Right.
All right, listen.
I bet no one else in this room remembers where they were when Frank died.
Where were you?
I do. I was in Atlanta doing stand-up comedy. I was in my hotel late at night. I got back. My sister called me. She was on the street in Hoboken crying.
Aww.
And she told me that he died. And she said everybody slowly came out of their businesses and homes in Hoboken, stopped traffic, and they were blaring his music all over the place. They were up till 6 a.m. Nobody went to work the next day. And I got the first flight out because I wanted to be a part of it. But I said, I'm in Atlanta when Sinatra dies. This is great.
You know where I was? I do remember. I was in bed with Fred. But I don't want to talk about it. All right, listen. We're excited that, of course, Nancy is here, and she's chosen to bring the Sinatra channel to Sirius. It's always great seeing you.
I love that. I can't wait to put that in my preset.
Yeah.
There you go. And check out Seriously Sinatra Channel 75. And when is the launch date? Do we know?
April something. We
April
don't know.
something. All right. You hanging out with any famous people, or are you pretty normal these days?
No, sometimes famous, sometimes not.
Who do you hang out with?
Well, a fun story is Robert Blake came to my Christmas party.
Oh.
Geez, you are
He's-
living in dangerous territory.
No,
You know 'em all,
he's a
baby.
pussycat.
You like him. You're glad he got
I like
off?
him very much.
Yeah.
He called and he said, "You still have your party for orphans?" Because his family was up in San Francisco for the holidays. I said, "Sure, you come on over." And everybody welcomed him with open arms.
Yeah.
It was great to see him.
Who else you hang? I heard you hang out with Scott Peterson and
No.
No. All right, listen. Check out NancySinatra.com.
So Robert didn't do anything crazy at the party. He was just...
He's not crazy.
He doesn't put the lampshade on his head.
You guys believe all that stuff.
Right. Do you think your friend Phil will be found innocent or guilty?
I have no idea.
Who knows? You never know out there how things are going to go.
No clue.
OJ got off.
Do you realize that shooting occurred in 2003?
I know.
He still hasn't gone on trial.
Right.
Well, any minute, I guess.
That's going to be a fun trial. I look forward to big trials like that.
They're looking into televising it. That would be fun.
Sure.
Let's go. Oh, Mike wants to say the last word. Let him have the last word. People are excited you're here. You understand.
Hey, Nancy. I have that copy of the Playboy you were in, and your bush is so hairy. Lewis and Clark would be trapped in there.
I criticized her.
That's what Howard said.
I said it was too hairy for that. You have to do another shoot and have it all shaved.
No, not anymore. That was 12 years ago. Oh, no.
Honey, you can do it. You get right in front of that camera and let's go. All right, listen. The beautiful Nancy Sinatra is here. NancySinatra.com and Channel 75. We are honored to have you here today, and thank you for...
Thanks so much, Howard.
It's always a pleasure to see you.
That was fun.
You had a good time?
Yes, I always do.
Howard was very flirtatious with you.
He's very sweet. I really love this guy.
So you never really crossed the line with some of his...
Well, he crosses the line, but in a sweet way. How can you get mad at him?
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Bl0wj. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we had Ronnie, the limo driver in, good old Ronnie Mund, talked about his big disaster over the weekend trying to get into Beecher's Madhouse. And Dan, the song parody man, called in. I think he only served to piss Ronnie off more. Here's how it went.
Ron, glad you're here. I was saying before, you kind of got the best of both worlds today, or the best and worst. You were complimented for your professionalism in America's Got Talent and the job you did, but then this whole Beecher thing came up, and next thing you know, you're getting yelled at once again.
Yeah, well, it's part of the game, I guess.
Well, can we figure out? So what happened? You were with that Tiffany Granite chick,
but first of all, you guys are quick to throw me under the bus right away when you don't know the whole story.
That's what I'm asking you.
You go by an email that Dan, the song parody.
No, we go by an email that Jeff Beecher sent to Dan.
Yeah, well, whatever, dude.
No, but to me,
it's the same difference.
It's not a secondhand story. It was the email, just so you know, was directly written by Beecher.
Okay.
And Beecher sent it to Dan, and Dan forwarded it to us, and actually defended you in it. But
how did he defend me?
He said, I'm pretty sure Ronnie didn't. I'm pretty sure these girls made the reservation, and Ronnie had no knowledge of it.
Yeah, and the girl made. I was told by her, and I know her for 5 years, and I don't think she would lie to me. She made a reservation under her. She told me exactly how she made the reservation. She made the reservation under her own name, with some guy named Eric Espinoda, that works there, okay? And that they gave her a table for 8 people if she wanted to come. And I said, and she called me up and she goes, "Would you like to go?" I said, "Yeah, fine." And I met them at the hotel. We had a drink at the bar, and then we go downstairs, and they tell us that the show doesn't start for another 15 minutes. So we went upstairs to the lounge, and we sat there for 15 minutes, and we came back down. When we came back down, we go to the front, and I don't know Beecher. I've never met him in my life. I've heard of him. I don't know who he is. So we walk up to this guy that's up front, figuring he's like a host or whatever. He's dressed in a nice suit or tuxedo type thing. And she goes up to him. I didn't say boo. And she goes up to him and says to him, "I'm Tiffany Granite. I'm here. Eric set this all up for us and blah, blah, blah." He goes, "Don't know nothing about it. Got no idea what you're talking about." So she goes to him, "Well, could you get Eric?" So, and he goes, "No, not happening." Just like that. So, if you treat it like shit, you're going to treat somebody back like shit. And that's exactly what we did. We went, okay, fine. We're fucking leaving. So we left and we went upstairs to the restaurant. And I put something out on Twitter. And so did she.
But wait a second. Where's the point? I mean, was she really saying, "We'll bury you on the radio"? That's what he said, she said.
She might have said that.
Yeah, I mean.
She said, will bury you on the radio from her radio show. I didn't say I was going to come here on the Stern Show and bury him.
No, I get it.
I don't even know the guy. I didn't know it was him.
So where's this all coming from, Ronnie?
What do you mean, where is it all coming from?
All the backlash that we're talking about. Do you think like he busted your balls on purpose, like knowing this was going to happen and be part of the show?
Here's what happened. So we go upstairs to the restaurant, we get a table, we sit down, we're having a drink, we're ordering dinner, and a girl comes up, supposedly from Beach's Madhouse. I don't know if she was a publicist or whatever she was, and came over to the table and said, I apologize for the inconvenience. I'm sorry. There was a mix-up. There was a mistake. And she said, would you like to come back downstairs now and go to the show? And we said, no. No, thank you. Well, we didn't say it in those many words. We said it in the way he said it to us. No, we don't want to go to that show. We don't want to be bothered with you.
So, Ronnie,
and that was it.
Are you mad at Beecher or are you mad at Dan?
I'm not mad at anybody, but don't make it like I put a reservation in Howard's name.
Did you bury them on Twitter? Was that a full Twitter attack or just?
No, I just put down it. We went down to the show and we were treated like garbage, like shit. That's exactly what I put, and that was it. I put one tweet out the whole night. Joe, and right after that tweet, 10 minutes later, this girl comes up. And it's trying to get us to come back down to the show.
How do you decide?
But he didn't put that part in the email, how he sent somebody back upstairs, did he?
Well, maybe he didn't, but maybe he didn't send somebody back upstairs, but he didn't.
Well, somebody from his show came up there.
Do you have a tweet ready if you would have fully buried him?
What do you mean a tweet ready?
How would you have fully buried him?
Joe in Carolina, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, it kind of cracks me up that at this point, Ronnie still doesn't realize it's his responsibility that Howard's name not be abused. How many times has this been out there where Ronnie's been accused of abusing his status?
I didn't abuse his name. I didn't even use his name.
Well, okay? Joe, how many times has it happened?
Well, it's happened plenty of times, hasn't it, with the strip joints appearances and everything else?
The strip joint appearances I get hired for, dude. What's your problem with that? Look, I get hired for it.
Listen for a second.
Now, I am listening, stupid, because you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I do, because you continually
just want to get your voice
Ronnie.
On the radio. Go ahead.
Listen,
be my guest. Go ahead.
You continually
Go ahead, idiot.
do this. And no, you're the idiot.
You're the idiot.
You've got 9 people in there telling you you're wrong. It's your responsibility that Howard's name doesn't be abused, and you still don't get it.
I didn't use Howard's name. I didn't even make the reservation, moron.
Okay? If you listen half the time, maybe you'd learn something. You're too fucking thick.
Okay.
Listen.
And you're smart.
Listen.
Yeah, I can hear how smart you are.
Yeah, well,
listen. I'm listening.
Okay, listen, Midget. The bottom line is this. When everybody tells you you're in the wrong, you never listen. You just argue.
Well, I'm sorry. This time I was not in the wrong. Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
You are, because it's your responsibility if you're going to go somewhere that Howard's name's not abused. The bottom line, it's your responsibility. You don't get that? Do you not get that?
Did I call and make the reservation? Did I say anything about Howard's name?
If you go there, it's your responsibility. Bottom line.
I'll go away.
Gary, do you think that Joe's right, that even though Ronnie didn't do anything wrong, he bears some responsibility here?
Well, if Ronnie went there with Tiffany, and Tiffany made a reservation, Tiffany said, I made a reservation for me for 8 people, and Ronnie has no idea, then it's not his responsibility. However, I probably, like I said, nothing's so important to me. When you had trouble getting in, I would have gone, you know what, we'll see you later then. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, basically.
But I wouldn't be, I'll bury you on the radio or Twitter.
Why, if I'm treated like an animal, why not be, I mean, the guy could have took to me, like I said on the air. He could have took us on the side and listen, this is not happening. I'm sorry. He didn't have to make a whole scene like he did.
Well, he called me Saturday night to ask me if Howard was coming, and I said, I don't know, but it doesn't sound, Howard's not a nightclub kind of guy.
Right.
And, But I think he was so sure that somebody was trying to pull a scam that he was angry.
Right.
And so he shows up angry. You show up angry. Not to show up, but once you get there, it's angry. Then it's just 2 heads collide.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like I said, I didn't even know who the guy was. I've never met him.
Dan, the song parody man.
He could have said to me, hey, I'm Beecher. We thought Howard was coming. I'm sorry, but we don't have a table for you.
Dan, you're on the wrap-up show. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Ronnie, I'm so sorry this whole thing went down. If I knew that you guys were going to the show, I would have called them and, made sure you got the full rock star treatment without, anybody having to allegedly use Howard's name to do it.
I don't know who. I didn't know if she used his name or not. I didn't make the reservation.
Yeah, that's why I said that in my email, that I don't think that Ronnie had any knowledge of that. But here's my question for you, because, Jeff kind of sent us, his version of a play-by-play of what happened. And he said that he called the girls out, that he said, we got in touch with Howard and found out he had no intention of coming. You shouldn't have used his name. And at that point, they got belligerent and started. That's when they said, we're going to bury you on the radio. And that's when you told him, and this is his quote, "Go get Jeff Beecher, you loser."
You told Jeff Beecher. I said, "Go get Jeff Beecher. You look like a penguin."
Okay, yeah, I saw that part too. Now, these girls, you said that.
Well, first of all, I don't know who Jeff Beecher is. Why didn't Jeff Beecher just say who he was, and maybe we could have talked to like human people instead of him yelling at us like we're some kinds of pieces of shit?
Nobody wears name tags anymore?
Is that how he runs his show? Is that how he runs his people? Well, that's fine. Then I'll talk back to him in the same exact way, Dan. Okay?
Ronnie,
I don't need his fucking show. He can stick his show in his ass.
Can I ask you a question though, if it's okay?
Go ahead.
Once he made it clear that he was under the impression that these girls booked the reservation.
Well, how do you know this to begin with? You weren't even there.
I'm asking you. Okay, this is how I was told, so you can tell me whether it went down this way or not. At any point, did the guy that you were talking to, regardless of whether you knew he was Beecher or not, say you made the reservation stating that you were bringing Howard and you shouldn't have done that?
He said Howard's people, not Howard.
Okay, so because according to him, because he knew that you were one of Howard's people, but he knew
obviously he didn't say anything to me that I knew who I was or didn't know who I was.
All right,
he made like I was some fucking ordinary asshole off the street, which I am. I'm not saying I'm Howard or I never said anything of the sort. But fucking talk to me like a person and say, hey, listen, I thought Howard was coming. It's not Howard. This is not happening. I'm sorry.
I think he basically...
Don't say, this is it. It's not happening. Get the fuck out of here. Go on your way.
He had just been scammed by these broads. He had just flown back from Vegas to be a victim of
No, he lives in
this
Vegas.
Scam. No, he does not. The show is at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. The show left Vegas 2 years ago.
My apologies.
Yeah, so again, the point is he did fly back from Vegas to do this. You got to understand he'd be agitated. He did say to the girls, according to him, you shouldn't have used Howard's name for this. Howard had no intention of coming. At that point, you should have known that these girls may have done something. At that point, you should have turned your anger on these girls for abusing Howard's name rather than turning your anger on him and tweeting out that the show sucks. Now, if you weren't let into the show, how can you send out a tweet saying Beecher's Madhouse show sucks?
No, I said the place is shit. That's what I said.
I looked at your tweet.
I said the place is shit.
Show sucks. Do you want me to say?
No, I said the show is shit. That's what I said.
Okay, so
when you treat it like shit, you're going to put up something like that show is shit. Okay, the place is shit.
But
you're going to get treated like shit. The place is shit. Okay.
That's an ignorant. You could have done a million different ways.
Dan, if you were at the door, you would maybe read it in a different way. You weren't there. Okay.
All right.
You're his lawyer right now.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No, you are. You are.
Ronnie, I wish that I just known that you'd wanted to go, so I could have got you.
I don't need to call you to fucking go. Believe me.
I know. And I wanted to go. You obviously needed to call somebody because you didn't get it.
Dude, I wasn't the one who even brought up the idea of going to that place. It was all the girls' idea, not mine. I had nothing to do with it. I was a guest in L.A. They asked me if I wanted to go to a show. I said, fine, I'll meet you at the hotel. That's all I knew. Never been to Beach's Madhouse, and believe me, I will never be there again.
Hey, Dan, would the girls have gotten a table without Howard?
Yeah, sure. I mean, maybe not as nobody. I mean, if they just called and identified myself, we're from Playboy Radio on SiriusXM.com.
I'll use Playboy Radio from now on.
Yeah,
not on .com. They're on regular Sirius Radio.
All right, thanks, Dan. Gary, I think Ronnie sounds like a victim of circumstance here.
Yeah, it sounds like it was a bad communication all around. The question really becomes. It really comes down to, did the girls drop Howard's name saying Howard was coming, or did they drop Howard's name to try to get a better table? And either way, I don't think Ronnie was in on that. So it's really, he's taking a bunch of shit. Like I said, Ronnie, I probably wouldn't have fought with him. I would have just left.
Now, Ronnie, the other thing that Howard brought up with you is on the plane ride there, you had all this locks and Howard wasn't the first one served, and he said he was a little annoyed that it seemed like
What do you mean I had all this locks? The girl put out everything out. On the way there, the girl made it like a buffet. You could take whatever you want. On the way back, she served the stewardess served in a different way. She came to everybody and asked. We were at the front of the plane. Howard was at the back of the plane. Now, it's not my decision who she serves. What do you mean? What does that got to do with me now?
Because it sounded like today when Howard was describing it that everyone else was taken care of before he was.
First of all, I was asleep. I didn't get served until after pretty much everybody else was served already. So I don't know what you're talking about, John.
He's only talking about what Howard said today.
I'm talking about what Howard said this morning.
Don was sitting up front. Joe was sitting up front. I was sitting up front. Tony was sitting up front. Okay? I was asleep. I woke up. Everybody else had their food. Joe, Tony, and Don. I don't know if Howard had his food yet. I didn't know if he ate yet.
Okay.
When I woke up, she asked me, would you like something? I said, could I have some bagels and lox, please? And a pineapple juice.
Once again, Gary, Ronnie seems like the victim of circumstance here.
It can happen. It can happen twice.
What? Yeah, like I'm gonna override Howard for food? Like I care? I need to have food first? I don't need to have food first.
What about on the way over there? Was Howard trying to be all quiet and everyone was kind of, was there a party going on in the limo there as on the way to America's Got Talent?
No. We had two separate cars.
When Howard wants to be left alone, do people respect that, or does everyone kind of want a piece of
On the first day of going over there, it was me in the back, Joe in the front, the driver, and Tony and Don Buchwald were in another car.
So it was just you in the back with Howard?
And I said nothing
No
to
Beth?
him. I said nothing to him.
Where was Beth?
Beth didn't go the first day. And the second day, she didn't go with us. She came later on in a different car.
Could you tell that Howard was having a really good time doing the show while you were out there?
He was really up for it. You could see he was all pumped up. He was in a great mood. He was talking to everybody. Usually when Howard's not comfortable, you could see he doesn't want to be bothered. You know, he was having a great time. I think he was really enjoying it.
And how did you deal with the crowd, the Thunderdome crowd? I guess a lot of people were calling you out.
I just didn't listen to it. I ignored it.
Just focused on
just ignored it, and like I got girls putting out on Twitter yesterday. I was the girl 2 rows back behind Howard. I'm yelling at you. I want to get a hug from you, and I ignored them. You know, I'm not there to do that. I'm not there to get a hug. I'm not here to get phone numbers.
Hugs are for after the show.
You're all business.
I was all business.
As you should be.
Can I just add something real quick? Touring with Ronnie on the Block Party show, I will say without a shadow of a doubt, he is extremely low maintenance. He's not asking or looking for anything. He's quite the opposite, actually. If we go somewhere, you know, he's usually the first one to shell out money, and you know, he's not that kind of guy. While I would love to sit here and bust his balls relentlessly about it,
good. Well,
I don't want him getting that rap.
I'm glad we're getting that out there. Gary in Pennsylvania, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, good morning. Actually, before I make my point, I just wanted to say how much I enjoyed Memory Lane last week and all throughout the weekend. It was fantastic. You guys did a great job, and so did all the fans that picked the clips.
Thanks. We have fun doing those, Gary.
And also, too, I'd like to ask you guys, you know, Ronnie made a great point, you know, when he was getting his balls busted. Robin was chiming in, and he said, what about the new Robin? I thought you weren't going to emasculate. And as soon as he brought it up, I felt that she was over-cackling evilly, and that was emasculating. And I wonder if you guys agreed with that. And, Ronnie, do you agree with that?
Well, let's ask Ronnie first. Ronnie, do you feel like Robin was emasculating you during that?
So, Robin has a certain way, when she gets on somebody, you could tell by her face whether she means it or not. She gets this very, like, I can't describe her face, but you could tell she's like angry. You could see in her face she's angry when she's telling you, she's not getting her point across and you're not agreeing with her. You could see how angry her face gets.
Do you think with you it's personal with Robin?
No, I don't think so. No.
But you think she was mad at you this morning?
Not mad, but she was. I think she was a little bit frustrated that I wasn't agreeing with her, that I should, you know, say I was wrong. But at this point, you know, everybody says I never agree that I'm wrong. But at this point, I'll go to the floor with this one. I had nothing to do with making the arrangements for this thing, with this Beecher thing.
How can you tell the difference between when Robin's angry and when she's frustrated? Like, how do you read her like that?
I don't know. If you go back and look at some of the footage on TV, you could see it in her face how she gets very. I don't know. It's hard to describe.
The caller brought up something interesting, the over cackle, which I know Gary in the past would.
No, but see, when she gets to that point where there's no more cackle.
Well,
it's a very like talking down type voice to you, and she gets it in her face also.
She's an angry, condescending, cackleless bitch.
Well, I'm just saying.
I didn't say
Robin.
that.
That was a joke, Robin.
There's times it seems like where she laughs.
No,
really
I thought that like Robin fell off the wagon a little bit today. You know, nobody quit smoking the first time they try. She wants to not emasculate, but it was too hard to resist.
Well, and I know you also took issue with her being okay with Christy lowering the flag for Whitney Houston. You disagree with that?
I do disagree with it. I really think that should be reserved for people who are in the military or people who have made a major contribution. I know she's a famous New Jersey resident, but to me it diminishes when you lower the flag for a guy who won the Medal of Honor. I just don't think that. And by the way, I feel the same way about Clarence Clemens. I love Clarence Clemens, but I'm not sure that the flag should have been lowered for him.
Elliot in Ohio.
So not for black people.
Welcome to the wrap-up show.
Good point, Benji.
Hey, Elliot.
Oh, hey, what's up? Hey, I was wondering, Ronnie was tweeting about the Beaches Madhouse thing, and he put an X. It was like his only reply. I was wondering if he was trying to be like Howard on America's Got Talent with the Howard's Beach House incident.
I put an X?
Yeah, you just tweeted an X out.
I did? I don't even remember.
Yeah,
that sounds more like an accident.
Yeah.
So you saying Ronnie's trying to be like Howard when he's on Twitter?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You know how his attitude is like that, as far as like how he thinks he's Howard sometimes.
Yeah, right. I always think I'm Howard, of course.
Keep in mind, this is the same guy that tweeted out turmoil, TERM.
Yeah, what was with that, Ronnie? I know you misspelled it the first time, or did you do that on purpose? Was that kind of...
Did I do it on purpose? No, I didn't do it on purpose. I just put it out there, okay? Sorry.
Well, you have to apologize.
I'm not an English professor. I'm sorry. I write the way I feel like writing, and these people on Twitter just love to rip you apart. So, you know what? It's great. I love it. And I was talking about Shuley anyway. Him and Scott, they're always in turmoil about the fucking block party shit.
What were you doing in that coffin, Ron?
Laying in it.
Practicing.
Did that creep you out?
Yeah, really.
No.
I did. It seemed so creepy to me.
I don't know. It was just... they had magazines in there.
I hope they have them there when I die.
And Howard was really impressed how you just saw something and bang, that was it for your tattoo. He couldn't do that.
Yeah, but you know, I love skulls. Okay, so I have a skull tattoo on my arm already. So when I saw this particular skull that this guy he had drawn, drew it himself or whatever you want to say. Okay, and he had it in a frame. It was hanging in the place. It wasn't like it was in a book that you pick tattoos out of. It was hanging there as a display thing that it was really cool looking.
I told John, I just came back from a beach vacation, a week in the Dominican, and I'm pretty sure Mary and I are the last people left in free America who don't have ink. I mean, everybody's got fucking tattoos, whether you're 18. I saw like a 60-year-old guy, but he had fresh ink. You know what I mean? He had his Vietnam ink,
I got fresh ink,
his 80s ink, and his fresh ink.
I saw a 60-year-old guy with fresh ink and 2 bracelets on his wrist like a homo. Was standing right next to me.
When did you get your first tattoo? How long ago was that?
Howard bought me my first one. That was 15 years ago, at least.
And now he bought you this one as well.
It could be my last.
Will it be your last?
Good possibility.
No. Any reason why?
No, I'm just, See, that's what happens when you go into a tattoo place with somebody and you're hanging out. You get the urge, you want to do it, And I saw this particular piece, and the guy said he had never done it before. It was just a piece that he drew. And I said, well, could you tattoo it? And he said, well, yeah, let's do it. And I said, fine, let's do it.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, Mr. Skin came by after presenting his annual Anatomy Awards, and we got into how he felt about Emmy Rossum and her feelings on winning an award. And then, of course, we talked about the finest nudity on film and what it's like being a skin turn, a skin scout, and everything. It was pure skin sanity. Here's how it went.
The great Mr. Skin, who always delivers, had the Anatomy Awards, talked about his skin scouts, his latest skin innovations.
But
was
a little shaken by the Emmy Rossum clip.
Yeah, we'll talk to Skin. Well, Skin, real quick, get over here. I want to ask you about that. Do you often get feedback like that from people who have been nominated and or winners?
Not direct feedback like that.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like I said on the air, it was interesting to hear. I don't think she really knew too much about the website when she was saying, I think you guys were just saying, oh, there's a website where you could see the naked pics. I don't think she understands the breadth of the website.
But wasn't there a bit of discussion after you guys spoke to her, like how could she not know?
Yes. We thought that she was aware and sort of playing it off a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But, especially after, I know, Knocked Up did wonders for you brand-wise, but she's got to be aware that something out there like that exists. Maybe not to the extent of what you do and the depth that you go to, but I think any award is a win.
And the funny thing is, we can't say nicer things about Emmy Rossum. I mean, we didn't know too much about her until Shameless, and she was really one of the breakout great stars of 2011, and we're big fans at MrSkin.com.
I love that show, Shameless. I watch that show and I love it, and I think she's really hot, but I also think she's a really good actress, and I think she's really good in it. I thought it was a bit hypocritical when she said, oh, he's monetizing this. I was like, well, you're monetizing your nudity.
Yeah. And she asked me that 12 times if he's monetizing it, by the way, and during the interview. But she was great. I mean, she was a lot of fun. She's beautiful.
She's great on that show.
Really talented actress.
She is a great actress. That's the thing. You get blindsided by how beautiful she is and how naked she is. Yeah. But then you remember she's also a very good actress.
Well, the thing is, I find, like, she's not the hottest chick I've ever seen, but there's something very sexy about her. And she really carries the whole show.
Have you ever had someone accept one of your Anatomy Awards?
No, not yet, and I probably should. And I will say that I get actresses, not actresses you guys probably have heard of, that are very excited to win an Anatomy Award. Like, they'll email me and, say, man, I can't believe it, thanks so much. But it's normally more the B-movie actresses.
I was wondering, like, how does he make the move, Mr. Skin? How do you make the move? Remember how, like, the Razzies got, I think it was Sandra Bullock to come and accept an award.
Yeah.
Like, how do you make the move? Like, if an actress, like if Emmy Rossum came and accepted a Skin Award, wouldn't that make
Where
her
would she come to, Gary?
Well, you just make up a listen. The first year they did the Razzie Awards was in like a ballroom at the Hollywood Roosevelt.
Oh,
just,
okay.
It's for press.
Sounds like there's an award show in Chicago that's got to happen. That's what it sounds like to me.
You know what? A lot of people have told me this has potential. I've always kind of shied away from it because I didn't want to, stick it in someone's face. But, maybe there's something there.
Oh, you should totally do an award show. You do it for a year or two, nobody shows up. Then somebody decides, somebody like Katherine Heigl, who could use some goodwill, decides, oh, that's really cool. I'll be the cool
chick. Well, you have to do
a
nude scene to get an Anatomy Award.
She hasn't done one yet?
She did a movie called Side Effects in 2005 at the 24-minute mark where you could see just a hint of breast. It's so quick. But, she didn't get naked and knocked up, which is almost impossible.
Right, because she was getting knocked up.
Yeah, right. But
you're celebrating their talents. You're not,
100%. That's what I said on the air today. Is like all we do is praise it. We're like, guys, she's beautiful. She's awesome. Check out the show. Check out the nude scenes. It's fantastic.
It's funny because we use this site a lot for the show. And I remember when we had Eliza Dushku on, we talked about
Nude and the Alphabet Killer.
She did this nude scene that I think she's a lot of fun. She's a great guest on the show. But she goes to her locker to change. She takes her shirt. It was a gratuitous scene.
Yeah.
And I think we said it was gratuitous, and she turned around. She's like, "That was totally needed for the script. Have you ever seen it? Is it needed?"
Well, let me just put it to you this way: the word or the movie name Alphabet Killer would never enter any of our minds unless she did that nude scene in the movie.
So it was needed.
Yeah.
But I do have a question for you. And Steve Brandano pointed this out. It seems like you're trending more and more towards TV versus movies.
It's
a lot of TV awards.
It's not me. It's just the way things are. I mean, if you look back in the 80s, all the nudity came from movies. There wasn't TV shows. Then the 90s, you started to have like Dream On and a couple other shows. Now, with Game of Thrones and Californication. Spartacus.
Yeah.
Spartacus exists just for nudity. It's fantastic. It's on the Starz Network, and that's a big pull for the Starz Network. And it's a great thing because there's still nudity in movies. Not as much maybe in the 90s or the 80s. But when you couple it with all the television nudity combined, it's better than nudity has never been better than it is now.
And by the way, a pioneering show he mentioned, Dream On.
Yes.
Dream On.
There was one scene per show that was like a slam dunk hot chick riding him with her tits out.
Catherine Bell, before she was famous, had a topless scene on Dream On. Would blow you away. We have that at our website. We went and taped all those episodes and have that. The Dream On was one of the best sources for skin. Even like Courtney Cox before she was on Friends, she wasn't nude, but she was in
lingerie.
that one.
It was a great episode where she invites both the guys back to her room she's going to fuck both of them. But it was almost like Seinfeld with nudity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, shout out to Brian Benben.
HBO always, they went for that, like First and 10. You could always count on the nudity being there. But the Game of Thrones scene you mentioned, Jason and I were kidding about this, like, that scene has absolutely nothing to do. Like, you know what I mean?
It's not
it
in
is
the book.
so
It's
blatantly
awesome.
gratuitous. As he's explaining, it's the best way to get through exposition
Yeah,
in
I
a
was
show.
trying to say on the show today, and that the best lesbian scene with Esme Bianco and Sahara Knight from Game of Thrones is you have this show that is, incredible acting, great writing, but only on HBO would they interrupt that for a 4-minute high-definition lesbo scene where that is one of those scenes that doesn't end. It's fantastic.
Well, during that scene, the male character is giving out important information, so they just needed a way to spice up, whatever his speech was. They're like, oh, well, we'll have him direct lesbians.
Yeah,
while he
by
gets
the way,
speech.
that's coming back in March. That season.
And in the second book, Daenerys, the character Daenerys, wears she has one breast out the entire time. Like her
Emilia
dress
Clarke?
was, yeah. So that might
I
be
never
coming up.
understand I can never tell what her name is. Like, I don't know what to call her. It's the hardest name to pronounce. I just
Daenerys.
How do you pronounce it?
Daenerys.
It's not spelled that way. If you just
Danny,
right.
you call her
I was gonna
Danny,
say,
yeah.
I just call her Danny. But
the
that
one with the
Emilia
dragons,
Clarke. She was
that's-
another breakthrough nude comer this year. And you know what? She's a brunette in real life.
What?
She's a brunette in real life. Yeah, she's not blonde. That's all.
Well, we need some curtain shot then later.
Has the chick from Mad Men with the ridiculous sized boobs?
Christina
has she
Hendricks?
done
Don't
any-
look at me. Ask the guy
Has she
over
done
there.
any nudity?
Yeah, why are you asking John? No, she did. Remember that show Firefly?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a scene where she took her bra off, and it got close, but it didn't happen. But she's definitely on my top 10 babes that need to do a nude scene.
I got to tell you, when I was doing the book tour, I did Rachel Ray, and she was on before me, and I saw her in the hallway. If you didn't know she was on Mad Men, you would think she was a porn star because she's really short, and her tits are enormous, like ridiculous size. They're just like, she's really a tiny little woman.
If you go to IMDb, whenever they have a red carpet event, that you talk about the sex cell, they always put Christina Hendricks on the front page of IMDb with her huge cleavage.
Yeah, but they always put her on because she always has her tits out.
Where do you come up like best coin slot and these other terms? Like,
I think it's
is that your writer in the back, or is it?
Our writers help, obviously, but what it really is going through all the nudity and trying to figure out an angle to get it into the list. But coin slots become like guys talk like, oh, just check out the coin slot. That's become like in the vernacular, so like guys talk about it. Maybe 10, 12 years ago when I was starting this, that not a lot of people said it. So we're working it in. We adjust with the times.
Hey, Will had this question earlier, so I got to know. So, everything is like, it's skintastic and skintacular and all that stuff. So, Jeremy Lin from the New York Knicks, they've been using all these words. Have you picked up any new phrases from the whole Jeremy Lin thing?
No, but I've gotten a kick out of how they're using that because it's kind of the same thing I do with my website. I've had a kick. They joke about like they're running out. It's down to like, there's down to no more puns left.
They have a Lin word generator. If you go to linwords.com, it'll just generate different words where you can stick Lin in. It's funny.
I was waiting for Skin Sanity today. I figured that was going to come with the Jeremy Lin, but I love when you do those puns. Steve in Boston, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
Excellent. Great. Great to talk to you, Mr. Skin. Very nice to finally get through to you. And I just had a question about a female actress. Okay, you got to forgive me because I don't recall her name. Amazing breasts. Okay, but she was in Godfather Part 2. Maybe Gary, you may be able to help me with this. In Godfather Part 2, she was the girl in the theater up on stage that they went to see.
What, in Cuba?
No, when they were young, when De Niro.
Yeah, in Little Italy, they went to that opera. The guy was singing.
Oh, right.
And there was a woman on stage too. But
I don't know. I don't know. If you had a name, I could help you out.
I've been looking online. I think her name is Laura Loins. I'm really not sure.
I thought he was going to talk.
Sounds like a stripper.
I got to tell you, I thought he was going to talk about one of the great all-time first set of breasts I saw as a kid was Michael Corleone's wife in Italy.
Simonetta Stefanelli. Yeah,
those are awesome.
Yeah,
she just takes that top off and just stands there for him to look at.
And they're crazy because it's 1974, so they're real.
Oh yeah, they party hat look to them too. They were pointy.
Don't you hate in period movies now when you see a girl with fake breasts? It totally throws me off. If someone took off their top on Boardwalk Empire and had fake boobs,
they're having problems with these movies or TV shows like Spartacus and Mildred Pierce that they did the miniseries where when you do a full frontal scene, you can't have the hardwood floors anymore. So these girls either have to grow out the bush or wear a merkin for the scene. Which makes it tough on us because I could tell body double, but Merkin sometimes that's tough to tell.
Major nudity news on the show today that I just want to find out more from you. So you said that Leslie Mann in the movie The Change Up, she had her boobs CGI'd in
post-production. It was something we were very down on at our website because what was so bad about it is the fact that if you were sitting in the theater and saw that, you'd go, oh my God, what a rack.
Right.
The problem is it wasn't hers. So at our website, we call that non-nude.
Yeah.
That's something we're going to see more of in the future. It's happened a few times, but not a lot. But in the future, how just like I say it's a body double, I'm going to have to say if it's CGI or real.
What tipped you off that it was CGI'd?
It was all over the boards and people
Do
in
they
the
dispute
industry.
it?
No, they made coy little remarks about I've never looked better.
Why did you have it? Well, I don't understand. Like, what's the point of getting an actress to get topless if you're just going to put fake boobs over her? Like, I don't even understand the point of that.
Maybe they couldn't find a better actress with better tits.
Good morning, Mike. You're on the air in New York City. I'll take a phone call, and then I have a lot to get to. So, what can I tell you?
Hey, what's up, Howard?
Hey, Mike.
Huge.
That's my new catchphrase. Are you sick, Robin?
No, just I always have a little bit of a drip after putting on makeup for some reason.
Hey, what's up, Howard? I have a question. What did you think about Richard Christy's stunt yesterday? Were you really pissed off about that, or?
Of course I was. How's the thing on your arm going?
Look at that.
Oh, not too good.
Does it look worse? Did you go to the doctor?
It's gotten, oh my
God, and it's bleeding. Did you go to a doctor?
Yeah, but I didn't get to go see him again.
What did he say it is?
The test's got to come back. I got to call him today.
It was almost all gone. Now it's
I
worse.
know.
Do you think it's because you're covering it?
I don't know. I went swimming this weekend, maybe.
Where's your bandage?
It cleared up.
Because you took the bandage off?
No, it was fake.
Oh, it was?
Devil.
You've been Richard Christy'd.
Get out of here. You're so stupid.
Did you think about it later?
I didn't think about it later, but the wrap-up show, Gary, I didn't hear the wrap-up show yesterday, but Gary was telling me a lot of shithead listeners of mine were criticizing me for saying that I was thin-skinned and that since I prank everyone, why can't I be pranked? And it just shows how stupid so many people in my audience are about the workplace. What I do here primarily is I bring you a show every day that a lot of people like. The reason you like it is because I know what's funny. I'm not funny all the time, but I generally hit enough home runs that I'm considered a very, very prominent radio guy. If I turn the radio show over to Richard Christy without him clearing what he thinks is funny, what you wouldn't even believe what you would hear on the radio. If I let everybody who works here, who decides they've come up with a bit, like Benjy or even Fred or even Robin or anyone, they just come
Ronnie
up with
and Scott.
Right. If I allowed that, it wouldn't be the Howard Stern show. There's a quality control. I don't need that shithead sitting back there.
Thinking.
And even he admitted on the wrap-up show, because Gary played me a clip, that the bit wasn't that funny. That's why he didn't clear it with Gary, but he said, I wanted to go in and see if I could do it.
I wanted to do it anyway.
It wasn't funny for the audience at home because they couldn't see it. It was a visual joke. Secondly, it wasn't anything I felt like really going down the path. I deal with reality here.
It's not funny. It's not fun.
Exactly. I'm not.
And you know, the guy had a sore in his arm. You're thinking it's getting worse.
Yeah. I mean, big deal. If I open up the show to Richard, who has he could do this every day. Yeah. Do you understand? In other words, if I allow that to go on my own show, If another show pranks me, fine. I'll deal with it.
But you're
Let's say-
trying to get something done here.
I'm trying to get something. I don't want to take 10 or 15 minutes away from this show. I had a tight schedule yesterday, I had a ton of things to get to, but Richard decided to barge in with his bit and take over the show. And no offense to Richard, he does a lot of funny things, but Richard needs to be watched, monitored, and definitely he needs to be scoped out ahead of time.
Yeah, that was...
Benji, can you be on time in the morning? It really, excuse me for 1 minute. Here's another shithead. Hey, Benji, can you be on time in the morning? Is that okay? Is it possible that you could get here 5 minutes earlier so we don't have to go through this? I thought we'd been over this.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, thanks. Comes in, he's rubbing his head.
Sometimes he still hasn't dried off from the shower.
Yeah, just 5 minutes early. Benji, you're pushing me, man. Why do I have to be the guy to fire you after all these years? Don't push me into that role. Just be here on time. You're pushing me. You're pushing. Everyone pushes me. They test me all friggin' day. Like Richard. You know, I love Richard. I think Richard does a lot of funny stuff, but he also does a lot of unfunny stuff. And I've told him a million times, don't take over the show. The day I retire, if they want the Richard Christy show,
I'm sure they'll come to him.
they'll come to him. Mel will sit him down and say, listen, my son, you're the funniest guy.
You're the new guy.
Every time you took over the show, when you did their Band-Aid bit and you lied about your infection, that was the greatest radio we ever heard. That was the best thing we could have put on for our audience for that 10 minutes. You see, it's a fuck you to you. It's not a fuck you to me. I could sit here all day. It would be so easy for me to turn the show over to Richard and Sal and not care. What do I care at this point? They're going to pay me either way.
And yesterday he said on the wrap-up show he decided to prank everyone in the office, but he did it on the air.
Right. So, in other words, you're the one who should be offended, not me. He took 10 minutes of your time with a bit that was
mediocre,
D-, as opposed to something I could have given you that maybe was a B-.
Yeah.
You see, Mike? If I allow that to go on here, all is lost. The
Yeah, I
show
agree
is
with you.
over. The show's over. And really, you know what? It's easy for me to allow Sal and Richard to take over because I could sit there like Artie and, eat and sleep. I would
That would
do
be
that.
great. Howard's sleeping during the show.
I mean, sometimes I love Artie. I get so jealous. He's napping and he's eating at the same time.
That's usually what he's doing.
And I love him.
I'm really not hungry. This is a bit.
That's Artie's bit. He thought of this for the show today.
That's huge.
Huge. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Artie, I was watching the Tyson movie.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking of you. You do such a good Mike Tyson. You've got to memorize, you don't have to, but
some of
You got to watch it.
No,
It'll just go in.
The part you need to memorize is, and we have the tape of it. You know the thing where he yells at that reporter? There's some white reporter who asks him a question. He goes, I'm the black man.
I'm the real man.
I'm the real man.
I'll fuck you till you love me.
I mean, if I ever heard you do that, I would not. That's a stage piece. I'm talking about.
It's a one-man show.
The one-man show.
So, Benji, if you could be on time, you're forcing me into a role. I don't want to be Big Daddy. I hired you to do a specific job just to be here on time and not distract me. And, this is the second day in a row you're late. I watch you. I watch when you sneak in. And I said yesterday, you know what? I'm not going to sidetrack the show yelling at you. But now, so when I don't yell at you, see, this is what I was telling my psychiatrist yesterday. I said, I hate being a scumbag. I said, I actually feel guilty after I go into a tirade. Even with like people who do work, for me, like the TV set isn't working, and I go into a tirade. But things get done when I go into it. I don't want to be pushed. I'm like Hulk. I don't want to be pushed.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Yeah, I don't want to be angry. I want to be happy like the rest of you. I don't want to be angry at you. I like you. But you make me be the asshole boss that has to come down on you. Like even Gary says to me, what can I do? What can I do about Benji? He won't listen to me. It's got to come to get something.
know like that's a happened because I can't just tried to see Ronnie just last out today. Nothing about today. I would
okay.
I'll test me.
I get out of I read.